Respected members, our worthy President CA Nihar Jambu Saria ji, our worthy Vice President CA Debashish Mitra ji, our speakers of the day CA Amarjit Chopra ji, past President ICAI in his absentia, members from the Central Council CA Atul Kumar Gupta ji, past President ICAI, CA Sanjeev Kumar Singhal ji, CA Prasanna Kumar D ji, CA Charanjot Singh ji Nanda, CA Rajesh Kumar Sharma ji, CA ji, CA Pramod Jain ji. Our co-host of the day, CA Jangda ji, CA Agarwal ji, and CA Ajay Hooda ji. A very good morning to all. Hope each one of you is doing fine in this time of pandemic. It is my immense pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of the organizer, the Public Relations Committee of ICAI, jointly with the Committee of Member in Practice and the host, Hisar branch, Rohtak branch, Bhiwani branch, and Badurgarh branch in today's webinar on the topic Recent Initiatives of ICAI and Learning from Disciplinary Cases. I acknowledge and welcome our today's speaker, CA Amarjit Chopra ji, past President ICAI, who will share his knowledge on the topic. I am very much thankful to CA Singhal ji, who gave Hisar branch this opportunity for hosting this program. Now over to you, Ajay ji.
Good morning to all the respected members who are attending today's webinar. Good morning to Honorable President ICAI, CA Nisar and Jammu Saria ji, Honorable Vice President CA Devashin Mishra Mitra ji, our guest speaker, past President ICAI, CA Amarjit Chopra ji, immediate past President ICAI, CA Atul Kumar Gupta ji, CA Sanjeev Kumar Singhal ji, Chairman CMP of ICAI, Committee of ICAI, CA Prasanna Kumar D. Mitra, Vice Chairman CMP of ICAI, CA Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, CA Rajesh Sharma ji, CA Hansa Chugh ji, CA Pramod Jain ji, and the Chairman of Hisar, Bhiwani and Badurgarh branch. Thank you for your valuable presence in today's webinar on recent initiatives of ICAI and learning from disciplinary cases organized by the Public Relationship Committee of ICAI and the Committee for the Member in Practice of ICAI and hosted by the Rohtak, Hisar, Bhiwani and Badurgarh branch of NARC of ICAI. Before moving forward, I would like to enlighten on various initiatives taken for the benefit of the members and students of ICAI by the various committees through the following arrangements, like anti-virus protection facilities, software, insurance schemes, health services, minimum recommended scale of fees, initiative for movement members, credit card facility, VCM and cost through digital learning hubs, and the various other initiatives. On other hand, we all know that on many members, disciplinary action is taken by the ICAI due to wrong practices. Thank you, Public Relationship Committee of ICAI and Committee of Member in Practice of ICAI for arranging this important webinar. Now, I'm handing over to Chairman Hisar branch for further proceedings.
Now, I will introduce CA Prasanna Kumar DG. He is a bachelor from Loyola College, Chennai, and MA Sociology from Shri Venkateshwar University, Tirupati. He became member of the institute in the year 1984. He has been occupying several positions in the affairs of the institute right from the Tikasa, branch, region and central council. During his student days in the CA course, he was the secretary and vice chairman of the Southern Indian Chartered Accountant Student Association. He was the member of SIRC from 2007 to 2016. He was the chairman of SIRC during the period 2013-14. He has been elected as Central Council member for the period of 2019-22. He is the Vice Chairman of Committee of Members in Practice, which has tied up with many beneficial schemes for members like Tally, LIC Term Insurance, General Insurance Product, Quick Heal Antivirus Software, etc. He is also the convener of Career Counseling Directorate, which has empaneled many CA as counselors to propagate CA course amongst young students through branches and regional council. He spoke in many seminars and conferences organized by ICAI on bank audit, company law, ethical standard, industrial policy, budget analysis, etc. He is a keen follower of sports. CA D. Prasanna ji is also a volleyball player. He held numerous positions in the sports field. He at present occupies the following: General Secretary, Andhra Pradesh Triathlon Association, Vice President, Roller Skating Federation of India, Associate Vice President, Andhra Pradesh Olympic Association. He was the treasurer and coordinator of the 4th Asian Youth Volleyball Championship and 13th World under 19 volleyball championship and was the manager of Indian volleyball team to Qatar. Welcome, sir. Now over to you, sir.
Thank you. Am I audible? Yeah. So, am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Respected CA Nehat Jambusiaraji, Honorable President of ICAI, respected CA Debarshi Mitraji, Honorable Vice President of ICAI, respected CA immediate past President CA Atul Kumar Gupta ji in absentia, and CA Dr. Sanjeev Singhal, the chairman for Committee for Members in Practice, a person who is taking the small and medium practice next level of the practice using the technology. You'll have here much more now in the meeting. CA Pramod Jain, the Knowledge Bank of Central Council, CA Ansara Chukji, the chairman of the Committee for Members in Industry and Business, who is generating employment for each and every charter who is qualified, even in the pandemic times. CA Rajesh Sharma ji, a link between the government and ICAI wherever is required. CA Charanjit Sod Nandaji, the chairman for the founder chairman, the continuing chairman, the permanent chairman of the Internal Audit Standards Board, generating a lot of opportunities in that field for the members in practice, and whose heart always beats for small and medium practitioners. And the chairman of the 4 host branches, CA Sandeep Jangra, the chairman of Bhiwani branch, CA Shashank, the chairman of Bahadurgarh branch, CA Bharat Jain, the chairman of Hisar branch, CA Ajay Khoda, the chairman of Rohtak branch, and my dearest participants in the program. So good morning to all of you. At the outset, as the vice chairman of Committee for Members in Practice, I welcome you all for today's program, which is organized by, along with the other 4 branches of Northern India Regional Council, where we are going to discuss about the various initiatives that ICAI is taking. And you have got stalwart, council members from Northern India. Almost everyone is present here. So they have got so much of information that what they are doing, which is the normal course of the seminars, you may not understand what exactly they are doing. Today is an opportunity for you to know what are the initiatives they are doing, apart from general initiatives of the ICAI. The friends, coming to Committee for Members in Practice, we are organizing many programs, almost every once or twice in a week, for dissemination of knowledge and improving the skill sets of the practicing members, almost in the day-to-day practice that they are carrying out. Coming to the certain initiatives that were taken, so we're having some 3 courses. As I always tell, these 3 courses are very, very important course, particularly for those who are into practice, particularly small and medium practitioners. So the wealth management course is there. It's very beautifully designed. It is taking up very well. The moment we open, so the seats are full. The wealth management, please attend that one. It is not only useful for your personal wealth management, but also as an advisor to your clients also. Friends, the second one is drafting of deeds. And the representation before the statute authorities. Given the faceless assessment situation today, everything is faceless. So in this situation, this particular course is very paramount importance for us to learn the tricks of drafting the replies, right from the small replies during the course of assessment proceedings, during the course of appellate proceedings also, and the presentation in the faceless assessment situation. And working papers management, they're very, very important. Particularly, given the situation today, the small and medium practice raise the occasion would do a great audit, but documentation is also important. So we're going to for that a certificate course. You please register when it's open and get a lot of benefit out of that. Coming to other beneficial programs, I think the chairman in the opening remarks itself, so which Ajay Modi and Bharat, they have explained what are the initiatives that we have got. Both we have got initiatives on the professional front and also on the personal front. Personal front also they have already discussed. Professional front, it is the desire of CMP. As you know, the rupees 30 crores were earmarked for technology development, technology audit tools to be provided for the small and medium practice particularly. So that this will be elaborated in detail by our chairman Sanjeev Singhal, who did a lot of job as far as this is concerned. Already stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 is over. We are in the stage 4, but the actual work is going to start. He will take us through the entire audit tools. Friends, before I close, I got one appeal to the entire Northern India Regional Council members. You see, we have got a very good scheme, the scholarship scheme for students. This scheme has been total revamped. It's everything online now. We've got a separate portal for the scholarship scheme. I request you, wherever you have got a student whose family income is up to below 3 lakhs, up to or below 3 lakhs of rupees, the entire family income, then he is entitled for a scholarship of 1,500 rupees per month. There are certain conditions. The main condition is the income criteria. You please go to scholarship scheme. There's a portal for that one. You log in there. Everything is online. You can fill up the entire application, not spending more than 5 to 10 minutes. You identify your students who are below poverty line and economically weaker section, and advise them. Even if they are not coming to office, you contact them as a humanitarian grounds. You contact them, ask them to make an application. Certainly, it will be considered by the scholarship committee, that's the SSCB, and they'll be granted the scholarship, whoever is eligible. Why I'm telling specifically this one, now we have got the entire statistics of the application received for the scholarship, which is likely to be granted in the first week of July. The maximum number of applications are coming from southern region only. From northern India, very less number of applications are come. I think it's not popularized anywhere. That is the reason I'm specifically mentioning you, requesting you, please put some interest. If every student is rich enough, is welcome measure. I am not into that. If there's a deserving students are there, they may not be aware. Kindly hand out with them. This 1,500 for a deserving student is a big amount for them. Please do this one. With this, I thank the entire Northern India Regional Council. There's a good culture in Northern India that all the branches and Central Council members, they join together for holding the program. Is a very good thing. Is fascinating to know that. I think we should also start doing, emulating this particular quality, involving the branches in the program. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I will introduce CA Dr. Singhal ji. Mr. Sanjeev Kumar ji has completed his BCom honors from SRCC Delhi. He has been a university topper. He is a fellow member of the institute with 23 years of experience. He has completed his PhD in international finance from Faculty of Management Studies, Delhi. He has done course from IFRS from ICAI. He has over 14 books done by leading publishers including Bharat Law House, CCH, LexisNexis, Bloomsbury, etc. on the topic Indian AS, IGAP, Companies Act 2013. Coming to his industrial experience, he has been on the post of Vice President of the following companies: Media, Religare, Jubilant Life Sciences. He has also worked as an associate professor of Ford School of Management. Currently, he is working as a partner in SR Bartley Boy Company, LLP, Chartered Accountants. He has won the NIRC Best Faculty Award. He has also been the winner of Professor A.B. Ghosh Prize for highest marks in economics group of papers. He has also received Professor Jay Narayan Vash Gold Medal Award. Welcome, sir. Now over to you, sir. Over to you, Sanjeev ji.
Thank you very much. Bharatji, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
A very good morning to you all. The Honorable President of the ICAI, CA Nehar Jambusaria ji, the torchbearer of the profession, a personality par excellence, and a man who is committed to the profession. The very fact that presently he is in Delhi, despite the pandemic, despite the strong wave, and till few days ago he was attending the Mumbai office, shows the sheer commitment he has for the profession. And also, friends, some of you may not be knowing, when he has taken over as the president of ICAI, he was suffering from COVID. Despite all odds, his commitment right from the day one was amazing, exceptional, and extraordinary. We salute, sir, your commitment to the profession. The Honorable Vice President of the Institute, CA Dr. Devashish Mitra, always a very, very smiling face, and he knows about each of his council colleagues, each of the place he visits, whether verbally or physically, and he has a knack for the finer details. We are really blessed to have the Vice President of the ICAI, sir. Thank you very much. And today we are in Haryana. This is my hometown. I belong to Rohtak. In fact, earlier Sonipat used to be part of the Rohtak district. So next time we'll be visiting there. So when you are in your hometown, you are best in your mother language. और मैं ये देख रहा था जब भरत भाई और हमारे और कुछ चेयरमैन भी जब बोल रहे थे, जो हिंदी का टच है हरियाणा में वो आएगा ही आएगा. और ये कहा जाता है देशों में देश हरियाणा, जहाँ दूध दही का खाना. तो ये फेमस है हरियाणा अपनी हॉस्पिटैलिटी के लिए, अपने खान पान के लिए. हरियाणा और पंजाब दोनों है. हरियाणा से बिलोंग करता हूं तो मैं हरियाणा के बारे में, और आज हमारा प्रोग्राम भी हरियाणा का है. तो चारों जो ब्रांच के चेयरमैन है, भादरगढ़, रोहतक, भिवानी और हिसार, और इस सीक्वेंस व्हेन वी ट्रैवल रोड, ये चार शहर आते हैं। तो इन सब का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आज का प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज करने के लिए। एंड मेरे जो वाइस चेयरमैन है प्रसन्ना कुमार डीजी, ही इज नॉट ओनली अ वाइस चेयरमैन, इज एक्टिंग एज अ co-chairman, supporting me fully in the committee for member in practice. And I was telling him, now you are becoming so popular in the northern region that if you contest from northern region, you will win in the northern region as well. And my esteemed council colleague, my elder brother Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, Rajesh Sharma ji, Hansra Chuk ji, Pramod Jain ji, and in absentia our immediate past president Atul Gupta ji. Very good morning to you all. I will be speaking on some of the key responsibilities which have been given to me as a council colleague, because as far as the initiatives are concerned, it is our honorable president who will be speaking. You know, my ICI is actually my pride. So I will be speaking on the themes or the responsibilities which have been given to me in these 2.5 years, that there what we have been able to do. And we have tried to be proactive and insightful. फ्रेंड्स, मैं सबसे पहले अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड से शुरू करूंगा, जिसका मैं 3 साल से वाइस चेयरमैन हूं। अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड की लर्निंग को डोर स्टेप पे लेके जाने के लिए अभी हमने अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड में वीडियो लेक्चर्स बनाए हैं, इस पे छोटी छोटी बुकलेट्स निकाली हैं जिसमें अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स का ओवरव्यू है और डिस्क्लोजर की चेकलिस्ट है। बिकॉज नॉर्मली प्रैक्टिशनर्स में अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड और ऑडिटिंग स्टैंडर्ड को लेके एक फियर होता है। उस फियर फैक्टर को भगाने के लिए हम अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड की नॉलेज को डोर स्टेप पे लेके गए हैं, और 4 डेकेड्स के बाद, 40 साल के बाद, हमने अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स की जो कंप्लायंसेस हैं अपने ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट निहार जम्बूसरिया जी की लीडरशिप में उनको सिंप्लीफाई किया नॉन कॉर्पोरेट एंटिटीज के लिए। और आज अगर आप लेवल 4 में हैं, यानी कि अगर आपके क्लाइंट की टर्नओवर 10 करोड़ से कम है या उसकी बोरोइंग 2 करोड़ रुपए से कम है, तो सिर्फ 8 अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड मैंडेटरी हैं, और इसके अलावा 8 अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड में हमने डिस्क्लोजर एग्जम्पशन दी है। यानी कि 16 अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड लगेंगे, 8 पूरे लगेंगे और 8 में कुछ डिस्क्लोजर एग्जम्पशन लगेगी, और पहले 23 होते थे। तो हमने देखा कि कौन सा रेलेवेंट है, कौन सा नहीं है, और उसके बेस पे ये सिंप्लीफाइड स्कीम अभी हमारे प्रेसिडेंट निहार जम्बूसरिया जी की लीडरशिप में हम लेकर आए हैं, और 2020-21 से एप्लीकेबल है। इसलिए इसका पूरा फायदा उठाइए, अपने क्लाइंट्स को सर्विस देते हुए कंप्लायंसेस को रिड्यूस किया गया है, क्योंकि जो हमारे गवर्नमेंट का जो थीम है एमएसएमई के लिए भी जो कंप्लायंसेस को सिंप्लीफाई करने का, वही एक प्रयास ये हमारे और आपके ICAI ने किया है। अगर मैं बात करूं सस्टेनेबिलिटी बोर्ड की, सस्टेनेबिलिटी में ज्यादा अवेयरनेस था। सस्टेनेबिलिटी को एक दूसरा नाम ESG के नाम से दिया जाता है, एनवायरमेंट, सोशल एंड गवर्नेंस। ये इम्पैक्ट आज के दिन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो रहे हैं। ये यानी कि जो पहले हम सिर्फ प्रॉफिट की बात करते थे, अब हम प्रॉफिट, पीपल और प्लैनेट की बात करते हैं, और धीरे धीरे आप देखेंगे फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट का इंपॉर्टेंस कम होता जाएगा, और सस्टेनेबिलिटी या ESG या ट्रिपल बॉटम लाइन जिसको कहते हैं, उसका इंपॉर्टेंस बढ़ता जाएगा। और सस्टेनेबिलिटी में हम अपने इंस्टीट्यूट को वर्ल्ड मैप पर लेकर आ पाए हैं। पिछले साल ये बोर्ड एस्टेब्लिश हुआ था, और 1 साल 4 महीने की मेहनत में आज आपका जो सस्टेनेबिलिटी रिपोर्टिंग स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड है पूरे वर्ल्ड में जाना जाता है, और इंडिया के रेगुलेटर्स भी इसको अब काफी अच्छे से अप्रिशिएट करते हैं, और इसकी एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी वहां काफी बढ़ी है। अभी सिक्योरिटी एक्सचेंज बोर्ड के साथ हमने मिलकर एक सोशल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज का कॉन्सेप्ट लाए हैं, जिसमें हमारे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स को एक नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलेंगी, और हमारे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट सोशल ऑडिट भी कर पाएंगे। चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स विल बी अलाउड टू डू सोशल ऑडिट, और जो आपके एनजीओज हैं जिनके साथ आप काम करते हैं, दे विल बी एबल टू रेज कैपिटल फ्रॉम द मार्केट, एंड दिस विल बी अ 0 कूपन 0 प्रिंसिपल, यानी कि ना प्रिंसिपल वापस करना है और ना इंटरेस्ट देना है, लेकिन उसकी अकाउंटेबिलिटी भी रहे, इसलिए उसका फाइनेंशियल ऑडिट के साथ साथ सोशल ऑडिट भी होगा, और वो हम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट भी सोशल ऑडिट कर पाएंगे। और आपके ICI को, हमारे ICI को SRO का दर्जा दिया जाएगा, एक सेल्फ रेगुलेटरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का दर्जा दिया जाएगा, जो कि सोशल ऑडिटर्स को रेगुलेट करेगा। ये हमारे लिए एक बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट है। इसी तरह से नीति आयोग के साथ हम काम कर रहे हैं कि प्राइवेट सेक्टर में सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स को कैसे लेकर आए, कैसे उनकी रिपोर्टिंग और मेजरमेंट हो। और अपने प्रेसिडेंट की प्रेसिडेंट सर की लीडरशिप में इस बार हम 2 इंटरनेशनल सस्टेनेबिलिटी रिपोर्टिंग अवार्ड हम शुरू कर रहे हैं, क्लाइमेट चेंज और जेंडर इक्वालिटी पे, और 10 अवार्ड इंडिया में दिए जाएंगे, जिसका अनाउंसमेंट ऑलरेडी हो चुका है। ब्रांचेस को भी इंटीमेशन आएगा। आप प्लीज इनको पॉपुलराइज करिए, ज्यादा से ज्यादा कंपनीज को अप्लाई करने के लिए एनकरेज करिए। तीसरा, मैं कमेटी फॉर मेंबर इन प्रैक्टिस पर आता हूं। प्रसन्ना जी ने और हमारे चेयरमैन ने काफी कुछ ऑलरेडी बता दिया है। मैं सिर्फ ऑडिट टूल के बारे में बताऊंगा। हम 4 ऑडिट टूल ला रहे हैं और चारों के RFP आ चुके हैं। एक ऑडिट टूल है डॉक्यूमेंटेशन पे, एक डेटा एनालिटिक्स पे, एक डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी है, और चौथा है प्रैक्टिस मैनेजमेंट। अगर आप ये मार्केट में इंडिविजुअली लेने जाएंगे ना तो 2-3 लाख रुपए से कम का लाइसेंस नहीं मिलेगा। बट आपका ICAI उस फंड से, जो हमारे पिछले 2 प्रेसिडेंट्स ने और इस बार प्रेसिडेंट सर ने उसमें और एनहांसमेंट किया, हम 30 करोड़ के बजट को 50 करोड़ रुपए पे लेके गए हैं। उन्होंने कहा नहीं, हमारी कैपेसिटी बिल्ड होनी चाहिए, हमारे मेंबर इन प्रैक्टिस को बेस्ट ऑफ द टूल्स मिलने चाहिए, और ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हमें दी गई है, और इसके लिए हम ये चारों RFP लाए हैं। इसका हमने रजिस्ट्रेशन भी मेंबर्स का शुरू कर दिया है। आप सबके पास फ्लायर्स आए होंगे। आप प्लीज उसमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा मेंबर्स इन प्रैक्टिस को एनरोल कराइए, ताकि हमें भी पता चले कि कितने लोग इसको लेना चाहते हैं। चौथा, गवर्नमेंट एंड पब्लिक फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट में हम एक ही साल में 12 अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड लेके आए, जिसके साथ हम इंटरनेशनली जो IPSAS जिसको हम बोलते हैं, इंटरनेशनल पब्लिक सेक्टर अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड, हम उसके एट पार आ गए हैं, और पूरा का पूरा अब गवर्नमेंट अकाउंटिंग जो है उन स्टैंडर्ड पे हो सकती है जब भी गवर्नमेंट चाहेगी। इसके अलावा मैं कमिटी फॉर मेंबर इन पब्लिक सर्विस देखता हूं, जिसमें हम जो हमारे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट जो कि पब्लिक सर्विस में है, IAS, IPS, IRS ऑफिसर्स हैं, उनके साथ मिलकर काम करते हैं कि कैसे हम अपने ICAI की विजिबिलिटी को और बढ़ा सकते हैं। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स, मैं रोहिणी में चरणजोत सिंह नंदा जी के साथ रोहिणी की बिल्डिंग का काम देख रहा हूं, जो कि 10 साल से लैंड पड़ी थी, बट ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट प्रफुल्ल चाजर जी जो फर्स्ट ईयर में मेरे प्रेसिडेंट थे, उन्होंने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दी और अब उसका काम पूरे फुल फ्लेज शुरू हो चुका है। इसी के साथ में गुड़गांव ब्रांच जो है, वहां हंसराज भाई के साथ को चेयरमैन हूं उसकी बिल्डिंग के लिए, और उसका काम भी जोरों शोरों से चल रहा है। लास्ट में मैं बात करूंगा सोसाइटी की। सोसाइटी हमारा एक अभिन्न अंग है, और मैं बिलीव करता हूं सर्व करने में प्रोफेशन और सोसाइटी दोनों के लिए। तो चाहे वो कोविड फर्स्ट वेव हो या कोविड सेकेंड वेव हो, हमने कोशिश की है कि हर भारतीय को, और मैं इसमें कोई डिस्टिंग्विश नहीं करता कि CA के नॉन CA है, जिसको भी हम मदद पहुंचा सकें उसको हम मदद पहुंचाएं। कोविड सेकेंड वेव में हमने यथासंभव अपने लोगों के लिए जितना हम एम्बुलेंस, प्लाज्मा, योगा मेडिटेशन, लीगल एंड फाइनेंशियल काउंसलिंग, फूड हेल्पलाइन, ऑक्सीजन कॉन्सेंट्रेटर, ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर जितना कर सकते थे वो हमने किया। और जैसे प्रसन्ना जी ने अभी स्कॉलरशिप स्कीम का बताया, we are also trying to help more and more students who want to do CA and whose parents are now unfortunately no more because of the COVID related issues. So we are bringing a scheme in my NGO, which is CA Parivar, to help more and more of such students, and we'll be launching that soon. And friends, there's a constraint on time because there are so many speakers. Then the Honorable President and Vice President has to speak, and also our Honorable Past President Amarjit Chopra ji has to leave in time. So I will be brief at this point of time, and would like to sincerely thank the branches, which is Bahadurgarh, Bhiwani, Hisar and Rohtak, for hosting this program and giving us this opportunity to be with all of you. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.
Bharat ji, please continue.
Yes, Agarwal ji, Bhadoda branch, please.
Thank you, Bharat ji. ICA Shashank Agarwal, Chairman, Bhadurgarh branch of NIRC of ICAI. Now, I feel privileged to officially welcome our institute's Central Council member, CA Pramod Kumar Jain ji. He is a commerce graduate from SR Shriram College of Commerce. He is a fellow member of ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Institute of Company Secretary of India, Institute of Post and Works Accounts of India as well. His additional qualification is LLB, DISA, ICAI, BIMA, member of All India Management Association, and various other degree and certification courses. He is elected as Central Council member for the period of 2019 to 2021. He hold key posts in various committees and subcommittees of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. At present, he is chairman of Committee of International Taxation, CITEX. He is a very good speaker, and he is a president, founder, member of West Delhi Study Circle, and member in other associations. And he is conceptualizer of expertpanel.in, a web portal where more than 50 experts on different subjects resolving 100 queries of members daily. He authors so many books and writing many articles to be published in the various journals on taxations, audit, and company law. He delivered more than countless lectures already on various topics of taxations and company laws and other subjects. Now I welcome respected CA Pramod Jain ji to come forward and give a welcome address.
Thanks a lot, Shashank, for the nice introduction. Honorable President of ICAI, CA Nihar Niranjan Jambusaria sir, who is my mentor in the council, because in the first year he was the chairman of the committee of which I was the vice chair, that is the Committee on the International Tax. Today I am the chairman of that committee, but I learned everything from the president sir, and at that time I learned that yes, the person at that time, when he was not even the vice president, the commitment, the dedication which he had for the profession, in spite from being industry, what I've seen is par excellence. His dedication, his commitment to the profession, his par excellence, his technical knowledge into international tax as well as India's, both are par excellence, down to the earth, and fully dedicated, committed. 2 years he has taken sannyas from his official engagements and dedicated whole time to the institute. Thanks a lot, President sir, for inspiring all other council members, I would say, with this dedication. And following footstep is our current Vice President, CA Dr. Debashish Mitraji. Again, a very technically strong person into corporate laws, into AS, into accounting standard, IFRS, then auditing standards, then income tax. So lots of technical subjects he is there into. I've seen him working when he was not the Vice President and CLCGC Board of Studies. So his working and always smiling face, coming from a smaller town as compared to the bigger metros, he has proved that yes, where there is a will, there is a way. You can achieve what you want if you are totally dedicated. My senior council colleagues, CHGS Nanda sir, Rajesh Sharma ji, from whom we are learning in the council. My council colleagues, we are in the same term, CA Dr. Sanjeev Singhal ji, CA Hansraj Chugh ji, and all the 4 host branches, I would say, very, very near and dear. Shashank Agarwal ji from Bahadurgarh, Bhiwani se Sandeep Jangra ji, Hisar se Bharat Jain ji, Rohtak se Ajay Huda ji, all the managing committee of all these branches and all the members of all these branches. Dear friends and other members who have joined, a good initiative done by CMP along with this host branches to share the initiatives. You know, many of the initiatives will be shared by our president and vice president and the relevant committees. But what are the 2 things which I like to share? I don't know whether you have seen the revamped website of ICAI. You know, earlier what used to happen that they were the staggered websites, the links of the ICAI. I'll just like to take you to the website of our ICAI, which I was given the charge to revamp. So just sharing in a minute, this is our revamped website. And sometimes we always find, kahan dekhe, kya dekhe. You know, if you go for this website, there is this wall. This wall is there, ICAI wall. Just go into this, and any of the existing applications of the ICAI you want to see, CMP you want to see, AS you want to see, internal standards, whatever applications and websites of our institute is there, all is given out there. And if we want to go to, I would say, SSP portal, our SSP portal, it is all here. Self-service portal is here. So you can go from here. If I want to go for DLH, Digital Learning Hub, again, one of the create initiatives. You know, sometimes our members want कि हम कोई चीज देखनी है, कहाँ देखें, कैसे देखें. हर एक कमेटी की whatever technical expertise is there, subjects are there. जो भी संजीव भाई ने बोला या नंदा जी बोलेंगे या जो भी हमारे दोस्त बोलेंगे, everything is contained in DLH, which is maximum are free of cost. हमको कई बार देखना पड़ता है कि मेरा कोई ब्रांच है कहाँ है. जैसे मान लीजिए आप चारों ही ब्रांच है, आपको सब कुछ देखना है. आपको ये देखना है कि हमारा ICAI का नेटवर्क कहाँ है. So ICAI का पूरा network is now linked here, which was not there earlier. Now everything is centralized. If I want to see the branches of northern region, all there. अगर मैं चेक करना चाहूँ बहादुरगढ़ की, सारी डिटेल्स हैं यहाँ पे with map site. So everything is contained on our single portal of ICAI.org. So any new portal which has to be established, it has to go through this ICAI website. Kindly go into this. We have got the e-journals out there, COVID resource for the members, students, e-services. Now this is another one of the very good facility which you should tell to various of your clients also. कि आपको कहता है CA है कि नहीं है, trace a member. उसका सर membership number डालिए, you will come to know okay वो member है कि नहीं, आज की डेट में active है कि नहीं. So everything is there on this website which you can use. So this is one of the very good initiatives which have been done by our institute. You know, just go through the website. It would be really very helpful. The जितना हम अपने institute के through free material courses through DLH and others we are sharing, no other is doing throughout the world. So it is there on our website. And I was given one of another charge in a group to conclude whether and various of our council colleagues, Nanda ji, Sanjeev Bhai, they all were there in that group, whether the derivatives can be allowed to the members or not. And after due deliberation, 4 or 5 meetings, going back to the board and coming back, it was ultimately decided that members can now invest into derivatives, not on a regular feature, but yes, they can do it, approved by the council. So these are some of the things which should be aware to all our members. If I talk about the new areas which have been introduced, I would say, not introduced, but I would say brought to the notice of the members. Last year, I was the chairman of the CSR committee. You know, CSR again has got so many initiatives, so many opportunities for our members. So we started the CSR course, which is running very successfully even this year also. So it is doing very well. So anyone can go into the CSR activities. This year, President Sir constituted the committee on MSME and startups. You know, the schemes for the MSMEs. Now you can tell the prospective clients or existing clients, ye MSME ki schemes hain, and we are going to help you. Will be helping you to avail of those skills, those finances. So MSME portal is going to be launched very soon within this month, and also a certificate course on the MSME would be there launched within this month. So it is a good professional opportunity for all. And of course, Citex, I am the chairman this year. So Citex also, my intent here out is that it has been thought that international tax है तो bigger firms का है, but ऐसा कोई CA नहीं है छोटे से छोटा जिसका की किसी का international transaction में clients का transaction ना हो, चाहे वो उसको 15 CACB की पेमेंट करनी हो, चाहे वो सैलरी बाहर से लेके आ रहा हो, तो उसकी अवेयरनेस कैसे. So we have started certain few refresher course, small 5 days, 3 hours. So you can join those, and again go to the Citex website again on the ICAI portal, and you'll see a lot of publications, or go on to the DLH. बहुत सारा material free है for the international tax. So get aware of that, practice into that, and let us help the overall country, because we are partner in the nation. So various initiatives, others, my friends will be telling. Thanks a lot. Thank you for inviting me to share my views. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pramod Jain sir, for sharing your knowledgeable facts. Now, this is an opportunity for me to formally welcome our respected Central Council member of Northern Region, CA Hansraj Chugji. He is a fellow member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and Institute of Company Secretary of India as well. He is serving as a chartered accountant since nearly three decades. His specialization is of foreign trade policy, GST, custom, FEMA, and banking-related law. He is a founder partner in ASHM and associate chartered accountant firm, New Delhi. He serves to various Indian corporates and MNCs as well. Presently, he is a Central Council member of ICAI for the Council term 2019 to 2022 and chairman of the Committee for Members in Industry and Business. He also served the profession of Chartered Accountant as member of NIRC of ICAI for 2 terms from 2010 to 2016 consequently. He is a regular speaker of GST, foreign trade policy, custom, insolvency, and bankruptcy code. He is also a board member of Indian Institute of Insolvency Professional of ICAI. Now I request CA Hansraj Chugji to come forward and give a welcome address. Over to CA Hansraj Chugji.
Thank you, Sasank ji, for such a wonderful introduction. Friends, at the outset, you see, like our leadership, the quality which has already been elaborated by my other council colleagues, the very honorable and the learned person, very sensitive to the profession. Naturally, you see, like if the leadership is strong, leadership is sensitive towards the growth of the profession, so then all the parameters, whether it is the council, all the layers, whether it is the council, whether it is the regional council, or whether it is the branches down the line, the third level, the ground reality, everyone energized. And today, this year, we proudly feel, though because of the pandemic, there can be an issue, we proudly feel the year which is giving a different direction to this profession, under the able presidentship of our CA Nihar Jambusaria ji, the another passionate professor around us as a vice president of the institute, who hails from not from the metro city, though ultimately may be shifted to the metro city, but a place which is smaller than the metro city, our vice president, Dr. Devashish Mitra ji. Doctor words also differentiate. We have 2 doctors in our council. One is Dr. Devashish Mitra, another Dr. Sanjeev Singhal ji also with us, the chairman of this CMP committee who takes care of the member in practice. And my another friends from the southern part of the country, Prasanna Kumar D, who happens to be a friend from when I was there in the regional council, and we were enjoying, he was there in the southern part as a regional council chair. I was here, though not as a chair, but as a part of the regional council in the northern part. The relationship we enjoyed with, that is with the Prasanna Kumar D. My immediate past president, Atul Kumar Gupta ji, with whom I started my career in, not as a career, serving to the profession in the regional council. I was secretary to him, to the Atul ji, in 2010. My friend Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, with whom my journey goes back to the student time even. That is the kind of relationship we enjoyed with. Rajesh Sharma ji, my younger brother, with whom always been good enough to have a strong relationship. The very learned and dynamic person who has shown his contribution for the profession, like revamping of the website or the portal of our institute, and so many initiatives which are new to his credit. CA Parmod Jain Saab, all the 4 pillars at the branches. You see, like branches are the backbones. And if branches are involved with the activities of the regional council and the council, that is the synchronization required. That is the synergy required. And today we find during this particular year, all the branches, particularly I am speaking about the northern region branches, they are well synchronized. Today we can find 4 branches, one headed by Hisar branch, Bharat Jain ji and his team, Ajay Huda ji from Rohtak, chairman and the team, Sandeep Jagra ji, chairman of the Bhiwani branch and his team, Sasank Agarwal, who introduced me also, the Bahadurgarh branch and his team. They are well synchronized, same way and another program we were having the other branches, and it will be continued with. That is the synchronization we carry with. I'm very grateful and thankful to the CMP for organizing these kind of programs which make us closer. Though the committee with me is the committee for member in industry this year. Last year for the international development of the international trade services and the WTO. Before that, I was the vice chair to the CMIB, and last year also I was the vice chair to the CMIB also. Though in the standing committee, as I was there in the very first year in the exam committee. Friends, the journey by way of you get experience, you get matured. That keeps you energizing more and more, unless until man feels otherwise. But it is the energy which matters. In this council, best of the energy, best of the thought, positive thought, and best of the, you see, like dynamicity. These are the bringing us under the able leadership to be a good regulator, a good developer of the profession. That is the journey. In my committee, in the committee this year, I am enjoying with I as a chair. You see, like more than 60% of the members now belongs to or now towards the more into the job sector. Those who are into the industries or in the business or otherwise also not into the practice. But some may be into the part-time practice even. That also been served by the CMIB only. So with having been understood with more and more responsibility there, and I'm I'm great enough that today our president has and the vice president has given me this responsibility along with my co-chairman Durgesh Kabraji, and we are serving best of our ability. Sector-wise industries are being identified. State Connect has already been started with State Government Connect, like we have already done with J&K. We are connecting with the Haryana also, Punjab also, and the other states of our region, and not only in our region, but across India. Those connects are also going to be built in. And today, you see, like this year, more particularly, in spite of the pandemic, best of the placement. That is the kind of demand we have with the industry. And we are targeting wherever the economy is growing with, the sector economy is growing with, we are targeting those kind of, and same way the technology is being developed to the extent required. Sector specific groups has been formed. Not only the national, we are targeting Fortune 500 companies and support from the embassies overseas. We discussed our plans, and our president has allowed, and we have approached to the overseas embassies all across the world for their support for the creation of the employment overseas. And we are fortunate enough that today career excellence programs, the first level whatever is being gone with, 70% remarkable so far, the best. Though initiation is been in the last year also because of the pandemic, all virtual engagements were there under the able chairmanship of CA Rajesh Sharma ji, also my friend in the council. He took the initiative, and this year it has brought to the next level. So those are the initiatives, and we are hopeful with the support of the branches and the career excellence program, which is in continuance with the support of the different regional council and the support from the branches. It is going to come, and we are starting some leadership development programs, management development program, executive development programs, so that it is not the soft skills. It is not the technical knowledge only. The soft skill, unless until it goes into the deep, it deeps down in the minds of our professional, the things cannot be catch hold. All the stakeholders, whether it is the corporates, multinational companies, or the government, all are being combined together during this year. And fortunate enough, sport is coming from all through, not only the nationally, but international, our chapters also, they are supporting it strongly. We have done 4 EDP programs so far. The 5th and the 6th has already been initiated. Or the support from the overseas also. Master classes on the key management positions. Those who are holding the key managerial position, those who are holding the directorship, that is also been initiated during this year. Career trajectory, those who are doing different in their life, we have to understand from them also. So those are the great initiatives. I'm very hopeful this year will be a year of achievements under the able leadership of the president and the vice president and the support from the all the council members, and with the branch and the regional council, those who are the integrated part of this profession. They have also to accordingly move in such a manner so that we are being considered as a best of the profession across the globe. And this vision has been created by our leadership also. I'm very grateful and thankful to the CMP for organizing this program, and all the four chairmen and the team, those who have really been taking this as a host. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, CA Hansraj Chugji, for your valuable thoughts, which enlighten our members. Now I request CA Sandeep ji, Chairman Bhiwani branch, to come forward and host the program. Over to Sandeep ji.
Thank you, sir, to give me this opportunity. Good morning to all the dignitary and members. I am CA Sandeep Jangda, Chairman Bhiwani branch of NIRC of ICAI. Truly privileged and honored to be amongst all of you. I extend a warm welcome to CA Rajesh Sharma ji, Vice Chairman of CPE and GFM of ICAI. He is a practicing chartered accountant from Delhi. He is elected to the Central Council of ICAI from Northern Region. He is member of Standing Committee of Examination and Finance. He was also Chairman of NIRC. He was Government Nominee Central Council member of ICSI. He is Independent Director of Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, a Maharatna PSU. He is Independent Director of Board of many other listed and unlisted companies. He is almost daily seen on TV debates. He is patron of some famous NGOs of countries like Pragati Pathik, Film and Theatre Society, and Ankush. He is president of POVS and office bearer of several renowned social organizations of country. Thank you very much and welcome to CA Rajesh Sharma sir. Over to Rajesh ji.
Our speaker is there, so we should not continue more. I have only 6 minutes allotted for me. So friends, our Honorable President Nihar Jambusaria ji, a person who is dedicated towards profession, Honorable respected President, I can say on one front, his dedication is par excellence. The way he has been associated with ICI since long, in regional council and central council is different. I will give you just one very small example. He's a soft-spoken person, a good administrator, everything. But I remember on 12th of February when he was to take up, 3 days prior to that, on 9th, his doctor told him he was suffering with COVID, you have to get hospitalized. He told, I cannot, because I'm taking up to as president of this body, and I cannot go for any such thing during this tenure when my changeover is there, and I have to give a plan for the whole year to whole of the council and distribute the committees and other things. That is his dedication. Though the doctor has told him to go, but he was not going. So I salute your dedication, Nihar bhai. Very dedicated towards the profession. Similar, if I say about our honorable respected Vice President, sir, I remember it was 9th when he rushed all the way of February when our auntie ji, his mother passed away. When he went there, he was here for some council and institute work. When he went there, he found that mother was not there. After 2 days, he was again back to serve the profession. That is the dedication Devasis bhai carries towards the profession. I have seen several council members who came for exam duty and other work. From here, they took this pandemic, this I can say this infection to their own family. It was really bad. So the whole profession is dedicated. The whole council is dedicated. The whole regional council branches are dedicated. So are all the members. We need to work hand in hand with positivity for the profession.
Friends, my honorable council colleagues, Prasanna, my elder brother, Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, Hansraj Chugh ji, Pramod Jain ji, Sanjeev Singhal ji, the host of the program today, and of course, all the chairmen, Sasank, Ajay, Bharat, Sandeep, from branches, Bahadurgarh, Rohtak, Hishar, Bhiwani, which are close to heart, close to Delhi, and always associated. Friends, I will just speak on few initiatives which are taken by us. I can say last year, we started with 100 facilitation center for MSME. Last year, we started with, under the leadership of Hansraj ji, some champion sector project, 11 projects were signed with Ministry of Commerce. And UDIN, which was an exclusive initiative of your ICAI, had mandatorily signed an agreement with CBDT. Similar, if you go on different fronts, Center for Audit Quality was set up, which I can say is working day in and day out to improve the quality of audit by hand-holding the practicing firms. I can say, if I remember, we opened an office in Leh, we opened an office in Srinagar, and with Srinagar, Leh, Jammu, Kashmir, and whole of the Eastern India, Northeast India, we have given discount of huge amount to everyone. Similarly, many MRAs and many MOUs were signed in last 2-3 years. I remember the time Nilesh Vikamseji was president, I went to Bahrain for some program. There the members told me कि बहुत सारे MOUs हैं और pending पड़े हुए हैं और वो sign नहीं हो रहे. Then the president gave me this responsibility that you have to pursue with the ministry, and by God's grace, we ensured that all the pending MOUs, MRAs got cleared within a short span of time, which were pending since a long time, I can say. Friends, we have taken several initiatives for the senior ones. We have started with VCare, कि हमारे सीनियर्स के पास कोई ना कोई हमारा मेंबर जाएगा और जा करके उनको एक अपनापन की फीलिंग देगा. That was required. If we tell CABF में जिस तरीके से अभी प्रसन्ना भाई ने बताया कि हमने स्टूडेंट्स के लिए पोर्टल बना रखा है, उनको हम अमाउंट देते हैं, वैसे CABF के लिए भी we have a dedicated portal now, and now online a person can apply and get the benefit. Many persons post-COVID who are hospitalized are taking the benefit. Crores of amount is being spent by ICAI on that front. And the persons who lose, which is very tragic, very sad, then also they get the benefit of all this thing. Lot of other things, several initiatives are there, digital learning hub, digital lockers, I can say industrial training portal was started, several other things I can say were done. I was chairman of investor awareness committee also, and in that investor awareness committee we have outshined by holding maximum number of programs in comparing to the whole country. If we compare with all the institutions and all the bodies which are associated, ICAI did highest and more than 50% of the programs. Friends, we have come with networking and merger. Lot of other things need to be said, but in short span, I am telling 3-4 things. Networking and mergers, which was initiated, the new guidelines, the alliance model, the network model, the lead firm model, you go through it, it is definitely helpful. I will tell one thing to all of you, specialize in an area and have networking merger, take benefit of this, come together and for mutual benefit, join hands, set goals, sub goals, and take your practice to a greater height. And I can say, arise, awake and stop not till the goal is achieved. जब तक आप सोओगे नहीं, तब तक अपनी प्रैक्टिस को आगे लेके जा सकते हो. हम पॉजिटिव प्रोफेशनल्स हैं, मैं हरदम कहता हूं. Why I say that? एक एडवोकेट कब बढ़ता है? जब लिटिगेशन क्राइम बढ़ता है. एक डॉक्टर तब बढ़ता है जब कहीं ना कहीं बीमारियां बढ़ रही होती है. हम तब बढ़ते हैं जब देश बढ़ता है, जब इकोनॉमी बढ़ती है, जब हमारे क्लाइंट बढ़ते हैं, जब GDP बढ़ती है, जब नेशनल इनकम बढ़ता है. पॉजिटिव प्रोफेशनल्स तो और 1949 में ये इंस्टीट्यूट चालू हुआ था. आई ऑलवेज से वी आर कस्टोडियन ऑफ द कंट्रीज वेल्थ. हम इस देश की फाइनेंस के धरोहर को संभाल के रखने वाले लोग हैं. मैं एग्जामिनेशन कमेटी में हूं. एग्जामिनेशन में हमने 100% डिजिटलाइजेशन कर दिया है कि बच्चों के साथ गलत ना हो पाए और बहुत अच्छे तरीके से मार्किंग हो पाए। उसके साथ में हमें एग्जामिनर्स की जरूरत है। आई विल रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू, स्पेसिफिकली द फीमेल्स हु वांट टू जॉइन, definitely they can join as here as examiner. We have always an open portal where they can apply for it. CMIB का मैं चेयरमैन था, उस टाइम पे हम लोगों ने हिस्ट्री क्रिएट करी थी। मैं पहले वाइस चेयरमैन भी था, तब हम लोगों ने इंटरनेशनल प्लेसमेंट चालू किया, तब हमने जॉब पोर्टल चालू किया जो कि बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है, हमने इंटरनेशनल अवार्ड चालू किया, तब हमने स्टार्टअप सबमिट चालू किया, काफी चीजें करी। जब मैं चेयरमैन बना तो हमने पेंडेमिक के टाइम पे 50% से ज्यादा लोगों को जॉब दिलवाने का काम पहले से 50% ज्यादा दिलवाया। तो इस तरीके से काफी इनिशिएटिव्स हंसराज जी के साथ करे और अभी भी वो चीजें चल रही है। मेरे ख्याल से लास्ट टाइम वैकेंसीज और लोग जो अप्लाई किए हैं इक्वल थे। इस तरह से हमने करियर एसेंट चालू किया जिसको बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से लास्ट टाइम हम 1000 वैकेंसीज के साथ में करियर एसेंट कर रहे थे। इस साल भी हम इसी तरह बहुत ज्यादा अच्छे तरीके से करेंगे। बहुत सारे और अलग अलग इनिशिएटिव्स आपके आईसीआई ने लिया है। एक सिर्फ सीएमपी की बात को बता करके अपनी बात को खत्म करूंगा। सीएमपी में बहुत सारे बेनिफिट्स हैं। यू गो टू अ पेज cmpbenefits.ici.org। संजीव सिंगल जी और प्रसन्ना जी इसको देख रहे हैं, उसमें बहुत सारे बेनिफिट्स हैं जो हम सब ने कंटिन्यूअसली किया है, जो आप लोगों के फायदे के हैं। और एक और चीज बताऊंगा, आईसीआई की वेबसाइट पे आप अपनी वेबसाइट बना सकते हो, ici.org.in पे लॉगिन करके। इस तरीके से बहुत ऐसी चीजें हैं। We always try to have associations and MRAs and MOUs of free supply of audit tools, softwares and everything, whatever can be possible. So with this, I end my words here. I'm really thankful to Institute of Chartered Accountants, Honorable President, Vice President, for sparing time and giving time for our Northern India. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you to CA Rajesh Sharma ji. Now I extend a warm welcome to CA Charandot Nanda ji, Central Council Member 2019-22 of ICAI. Currently, he is Chairman of Internal Audit Standard Board of ICAI and Committee Management Accounting of ICAI. He is Vice Chairman of Continuing Professional Education Committee of ICAI. He is member of Board of 26 committees of ICAI. He was Vice Chairman of Corporate Social Responsibility Committee of ICAI, Vice Chairman of Banking, Financial Services and Insurance Committee of ICAI. He was member of Quality Review Board set up by Government of India. He was member of Central Council of ICAI 2004 to 2016. He was member of Committee of Internal Audit of ICAI, Chairman of Committee for Members in Industry, Chairman of Professional Education Committee and Research Committee, Chairman of Chairman of Committee for Cooperative and NPO sectors, Chairman of Committee on Banking, Insurance and Pensions, Chairman of Committee on Financial Markets and Investors Protection, Chairman of Women Members Empowerment Committee of ICAI, Chairman of Continuing Professional Education Committee. He was member of SAFA Committee on Improvement in Transparency, Accountability and Governance, member of SEBI Advisory Committee on
जागरा साहब समय कम है। जागरा साहब हमें
सर आपके लिस्ट भी बहुत लंबी है ना सर।
जी 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 जी
सर प्लीज स्टार्ट कैसे दीजिए फिर आप।
Thank you. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable first member of this profession, CA Nihar Jambusaria sir, an able leader, a great personality, and having the strict confidence to ensure that the profession is taken to unprecedented heights. Ever smiling Vice President, CA Dr. Debashish Mitra ji, who hails from Guwahati. Again, a man with impeccable track record and performance levels, was a master in company law and was involved largely into student issues. My very esteemed colleagues in the council, my younger brother CA Rajesh Sharma, my very dear friend CA Hansraj Chugh, CA Pramod Jain ji, CA Sanjeev Singhal ji. I call him brother Prasanna Kumar D, who hails from Visakhapatnam, a person who can be seen in the institute even in wee hours of night. जिन्हें जुनून है इंस्टीट्यूट के लिए काम करने का। मेरे 4 भाई 4 इंपॉर्टेंट ब्रांचेस से, भरत जैन साहब, संदीप जागरा साहब, अजय हुडा साहब, शशांक अग्रवाल साहब। A very good morning, good afternoon to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, मैं भी हरियाणा से बिलोंग करता हूं, यमुनानगर। और प्रेसिडेंट साहब और वाइस प्रेसिडेंट साहब, हरियाणा के बारे में एक बात मशहूर है कि हरियाणा आप आते अपनी मर्जी से हो, जाते हरियाणा वालों की मर्जी से। एक शेर है कि हमारी दोस्ती के दफ्तर में तबादले कहां हुजूर, हमारी दोस्ती के दफ्तर में तबादले कहां हुजूर, यहां जो एक बार आया बस यहीं का होके रह गया। Once you come with us in a physical meeting, you won't like to leave Haryana. It is a place which is blessed, God's own place, blessed with lot of things and a wonderful atmosphere and love of. समय की कमी है, हमारे प्रेसिडेंट वाइस प्रेसिडेंट साहब ने भी बोलना है, तो कुछ बातें करके 5-7 मिनट में मैं खत्म करने की कोशिश करूंगा। पहली इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, प्रोफेशन आज परेशानियों में है, तमाम इकोनॉमी परेशानियों में है, लेकिन एक सही प्रोफेशनल वो होता है जो परेशानी में भी अपॉर्चुनिटी ढूंढता है। मुझे एक बड़ा पुराना शेर याद आता है जब मैं स्कूल में पढ़ा करता था कि पतझड़ शुक्रगुजार हैं, परिंदे शुक्रगुजार हैं पतझड़ के भी दोस्तों, परिंदे शुक्रगुजार हैं पतझड़ के भी दोस्तों, तिनके कहां से लाते घर सदा बाहर रहती। इस पेंडेमिक में हम अपने फैमिली के साथ, अपने माँ बाप के साथ, अपने स्पाउस के साथ, अपने बच्चों के साथ समय गुजार पा रहे हैं। ये मुमकिन नहीं था, ना आपके लिए ना हमारे। मैं चेयरमैन होता हूं 2 कमिटीज का जो मुझे ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट ने दी। पहला इंटरनल ऑडिट स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड। हमने इस बात को समझा कि आज जरूरत है, इसलिए हर शनिवार को हम एक प्रोग्राम करते हैं जो कल भी है। इट इज अ रेगुलर प्रोग्राम। लास्ट टाइम हमारी थीम थी एम्पावरिंग एसएमपी, स्मॉल एंड मीडियम प्रैक्टिशनर्स। इस बार हमारी थीम है टेक्नोलॉजी एज एन एनेबलर ऑफ इंटरनल ऑडिट प्रोसेस। मेरा इस बात का बड़ी शिद्दत से मानना है कि अगर हमने इस प्रोफेशन में बने रहना है और सही तरीके से अपनी उजरत कमानी है, तो हमें प्रोफेशन की एक्टिविटीज को बार बार चेंज करना पड़ेगा। और इस समय, आज के समय में, इस पेंडेमिक में 2 ऐसी एक्टिविटीज हैं। द फर्स्ट is technology which will change our entire metal, and second is outsourcing, because now India has become a hub of outsourcing activities across the globe. जब हिंदुस्तान पूरे दुनिया का आउटसोर्स करता है, तो हम भी अकाउंटिंग की और टैक्सेशन फंक्शन की आउटसोर्सिंग का काम बड़ी शिद्दत और बड़ी मेहनत से कर सकते हैं। दूसरा, मैं चेयरमैन होता हूं कमेटी ऑन मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग। दोबारा हम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट के लिए एक नया एरिया लाना चाह रहे हैं, मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग। Chartered accountants other than audit are known for their non-audit services, their business acumen, and more importantly, their insight and rare intellect to give proper consulting. दूसरी कमेटी इसके लिए इन्वॉल्व है और हर फ्राइडे को, आज भी शाम को 6 बजे प्रोग्राम है, हर फ्राइडे को इस पे हम प्रोग्राम करते हैं। मैं वाइस चेयरमैन हूं कंटिन्यूइंग प्रोफेशनल एजुकेशन का। सीपी इज मदर ऑफ ऑल कमिटीज। आज हर कमेटी अपना प्रोग्राम करती है। आज से 10 साल पहले तक तो सिर्फ प्रोग्राम सीपी ही करती थी, कंटिन्यूइंग प्रोफेशनल एजुकेशन कमेटी ही प्रोग्राम करती थी। और पिछले साल तक वो डायरेक्टर थी, जिसके के चेयरमैन जो है वो प्रेसिडेंट हुआ करते थे। इस बार प्रेसिडेंट साहब ने बड़ी शिद्दत के साथ वो वापस कमेटी बना दी ताकि हम मेंबर्स की पूरी मेहनत से हेल्प कर सकें। तो हर वेडनेसडे को हम एक प्रोग्राम करते हैं, वंडर वेडनेसडेज। हम उसके अंदर पर्टिनेंट टॉपिक लेते हैं। अगले बुधवार को भी प्रोग्राम है। पिछले बुधवार को हमने टॉपिक लिया अब फाइलिंग ऑफ अपील्स बाय अशोक बत्रा, कि अपील फाइलिंग का हमें क्या फर्क पड़ता है। वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। जीएसटी में अपील फाइलिंग, क्योंकि अब शुरू होगी लिटिगेशन, तो अपील फाइलिंग इंपॉर्टेंट होगी। और हमने एक टॉपिक लिया स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑन ऑडिटिंग के बारे में, ऐसे 230, 240। तो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि आपकी कमिटीज, आपकी इंस्टीट्यूट पूरी शिद्दत के साथ तैयार है आगे बढ़ने के लिए। वो क्या चाह रही है कि आगे जो बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस बनेंगी, उनके स्ट्रक्चर्स और कैपेबिलिटी में हम कंट्रीब्यूट करें। चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स इंस्टीट्यूट इसके लिए काम कर रही है। हमारा एक सेपरेट बोर्ड है, डैब, डिजिटल अकाउंटिंग एंड एश्योरेंस बोर्ड, ताकि आप फॉरेंसिक करना चाहें, आप डिजिटली कुछ करना चाहें तो पूरा बोर्ड है। सेकंड, बिल्डिंग हाई लेवल ऑफ कंपिटेंसीज। चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स को ट्रेन करना है। सीपी है, इंटरनल स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड है, ताकि आपको प्रॉपर तरीके से ट्रेन करा जाए कोई भी नई असाइनमेंट लेने के लिए। उसके बाद हमें यूनिवर्सल सिस्टम्स क्रिएट करने हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी के अलावा स्ट्रेटेजिक थिंकिंग की बात करनी है। देखिए, मेरा यह मानना है कि इंसान हमेशा अपनी सोच से तरक्की करता है। एक बहुत बढ़िया शेर आपकी नजर करता हूं कि मुझ में और किस्मत में हर बार बस यही जंग, मुझ में और मेरी किस्मत में हर बार बस यही जंग, मैं उसके फैसलों से तंग, वो मेरे हौसलों से दंग। आदमी जीतता है तो अपने हौसलों के दम पे जीतता है, अपनी मेहनत अपनी मशक्कत के सर पर। अब जैसी चाहे प्रैक्टिस बना सकते हैं। प्रेसिडेंट साहब इस समय टैक्स प्लानिंग हेड करते हैं इंटायर रिलायंस की, नॉर्मल फैमिली से, नॉर्मल फर्म से आर्टिकलशिप करी। वाइस प्रेसिडेंट साहब जो एक अजीम हस्ती हैं, कलकत्ता से लेकर गुवाहाटी तक इनके नाम की तोती बोलती है, ये भी एक नॉर्मल फर्म से बिलोंग करते हैं, नॉर्मल फर्म से आर्टिकल्स करी। सिर्फ आपको हल्का सा इनिशिएटिव लेना है और उसके लिए आपको चाहिए कम्युनिकेशन जो बहुत जरूरी है, आपको डाटा एनालिटिक्स चाहिए जो बहुत बहुत जरूरी है। डाटा एनालिटिक्स आपको उस रास्ते पे ले जाते हैं जहां पर आप प्रॉपर तरीके से जो डाटा आपको मिलता है क्लाइंट का, उससे इंफॉर्मेशन निकाल के क्लाइंट को देते हो। आपके लिए पीपल मैनेजमेंट बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है। पीपल मैनेजमेंट आपको उस रास्ते पे ले जाती है जहां प्रॉपर तरीके से अपनी मेहनत अपनी शिद्दत के साथ अपने क्लाइंट्स की और अपनी बढ़ोतरी के अंदर जिम्मेवार हो सकते हो। और आखिरी बात, पेंडेमिक इम्पैक्ट, लॉन्ग टर्म इम्पैक्ट ऑन द प्रोफेशन। आज हमारे पास समय है, ये पेंडेमिक जो भी नुकसान करेगा उसे ठीक करने का समय हमारे पास आज है। तो भाई और बहनों, ये समय आ गया है कि हम अपनी प्रैक्टिसेस को रीऑर्गेनाइज करें ताकि भविष्य में हम पर कोई परेशानी ना आए। और चलते चलते शेर से नमस्कार करना चाहूंगा। वो शेर है, उलझनों का बोझ दिल से उतार दो, उलझनों का बोझ दिल से उतार दो, बहुत छोटी है जिंदगी, हंस के गुजार दो। हंसते रहो, मेहनत से काम करते रहो। इंस्टीट्यूट और पूरी काउंसिल रिजिलियंट है, इस बात के लिए कटिबद्ध है कि आपको प्रॉपर तरीके से काम करने का अवसर मिले। ज्यादा समय ना लेते हुए आप सबको अलविदा कहता हूं। मैं सदैव उपलब्ध हूं, आप जानते हो, कभी भी मुझे कॉल करो, आई एम देयर। वी आर ऑल देयर टू सर्व दिस ग्रेट प्रोफेशन एंड टू एंश्योर दैट दिस प्रोफेशन गोज टू द सेकंड लीग, द लीग ऑफ टॉप मोस्ट प्रोफेशनल्स इन दिस वर्ल्ड। थैंक यू सो मच।
ओवर टू संदीप जी।
Thank you to CA Charanjot Singh Nandaji. Now I extend a warm welcome to CA Atul Kumar Gupta ji. He is a staunch leader, has risen to the highest and echelon of accounting profession to acquire position of President of ICAI for the year 2020.
Sandeep ji, I think Atul ji
is not there.
Hello.
The honorable immediate
शायद अतुल जी ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाए हैं अभी तक. He has not joined till now. He might be
I would
busy.
request you to kindly introduce and invite the honorable Vice President ICI, CA Dr. Devashish Mitra ji. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Now, as a chairman of Rohtak.
Yeah. Sandeep ji, no introduction required for me. No introduction required for me. And I think I speak on behalf of the president also. उनको भी कोई इंट्रोडक्शन की जरूरत नहीं है हम लोग को. You see, we'll come straight to the point, right? So you see, if you don't mind, to all the 4 chairmen, I will come straight to the point, right? Okay. Very nice. I can see a lot of smiling faces amongst the branch chairmen. आप मेरा शक्ल देख के ना आपको स्माइल करना चाहिए, because like you, I am also from a branch, and that too from a small branch. So you see, I represent all of you, your hopes and aspirations. You see, you should be feeling very happy that a person like me from a small branch has reached the position of the vice president of the institute. But first of all, the president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Nihar Jambusaria ji, he was, variously described by all my council colleagues. But let me tell you, I have worked with him since February 12th. And I have seen the kind of balance and the kind of calmness he brings to the table, especially in a situation like this, where we have a challenge of corona. I think we cannot have a better leader than Nihar Bhai to lead the institute. You see, in the midst of challenge, and he's going to convert every single challenge into an opportunity. When he speaks, you will hear him speak. to all my council colleagues. Now, all of them got about 4 to 5 minutes of time. And see the way they described their activities very clearly in such a short period of time. You can see their mental acumen in their ability to express themselves despite the restriction of time. That to my mind is an extremely good quality. To all those who are listening to me, a very good afternoon to all of you. I will speak about the institute a bit later. First of all, you see a few words about my council colleagues. I'll start off with Sanjeev Singhal, who is the chairman of this committee for members in practice. Now, you see, Sanjeev Bhai, you see the way he was speaking with confidence when he was making a presentation. One got the impression that he is a 3-term or 4-term council member. Because the kind of activities that he has taken part in. I have seen him move from Accounting Standards Board to Sustainability Reporting Standards to audit tools now. So many activities that he's taking part in. And it is always a pleasure when you have a council member who is so much actively involved in various activities of the council. And it has been my great pleasure, being with Sanjeev Singhal, sitting across him, in fact, diagonally opposite him in the council table. Right? So he was saying that I smile a lot. I can see him smiling also. So it is fantastic having been there with him. And his vice chairman, Prasanna Kumar. Now, he also, like many of us, the chairman, he also comes from a branch, let me tell you. He also comes from a branch. He comes from Vizag branch, Visakhapatnam branch. I know because third year we have been together in the council, and I know him from my regional council days. But despite my knowing him so closely, I did not know that he was so much inclined with so many sporting activities. When he was being introduced, I realized that he was with volleyball and skating and so many things. Fantastic. But Prasanna Kumarji represents something else. Today you have a topic on disciplinary, learnings from disciplinary proceedings. Now, he is the chairman of Board of Discipline. And when he's the chairman of Board of Discipline, and he has a government nominee also there, he decides on many of this disciplinary issues. He decides, he takes a call on this. He has this, pressure on him to reduce the pendency. And he has to be fair and just. So, when he does this, what he sees is the compliance with accounting standards, auditing standards. These are issues, Income Tax Act, and gross negligence. And when he sees gross negligence, it is very difficult for him to say not guilty. Very difficult for him to say not guilty. So, all those of us who are listening to me, you have to be so very careful in carrying out your professional assignment. Otherwise, people like Prasanna Kumar and of course Amarjit Chopra sir, they have no other alternative but to hold you guilty. And it is no pleasure, let me tell you, to hold any member guilty. But what to do? So that is how it is. So that is the message I give on behalf of Prasanna Kumar, and I'm sure on behalf of Amarjit Chopra sir, past president, that you have to be, quality has to be so important. You must know your accounting standards, your auditing standards when you do the audit. It is so very important that you are updated. So those are the aspects which are very important. I can see now Hansa Chukji. He has been, again, I am with him for the third year. Let me tell you, I did not know him before he came into the council. I had only heard his name before that. But then, I have seen him flower and grow inside the council group. In the first year, he was a bit reticent, but as time progressed, he has really grown now. And now, let me tell you, many of the important decisions that the institute takes, he is a party to that. He is the chairman of CMIB, that is the Committee for Members in Business and Profession. And he does a very good work in ensuring that the newly qualified chartered accountants get an opportunity to have an employment because he does the campus placements. So हम लोग जो ब्रांचेस में शायद कुछ ब्रांचेस ऐसे होंगे जो कैंपस पे भी भाग लेते होंगे. तो अगर कैंपस में भाग लेते हैं, अगर आपका नया नया चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स लोग बोलते हैं कि नहीं आपका कैंपस के लिए मेरा बहुत बहुत फर्क बना, मेरा जिंदगी में बहुत काफी चेंज आया, तो द पर्सन they should thank his answer too, because see, he is always thinking for the benefit of the student, for the newly qualified chartered accountants. So you see, that is the thing. That is the person he should thank. So those of us who have benefited from the campus placements, I see people like him and the gentleman whom I see below him in the screen, Rajesh Sharma. Last year, Rajesh Sharma was the chairman of this committee, and so much of hard work he did. And today, he and Chuk Saab, they both work in tandem to see that our newly qualified chartered accountants get the best. They both work in tandem, right? So see, it's excellent. And then somebody was saying that I'm smiling a bit and things like this. I have also seen Chuk Saab very positive. And इनके बारे में मैं अभी तीसरा सेमिनार में बोल रहा हूँ कि I like his positivity. Very good. अभी राजेश शर्मा जी का एग्जाम इज सच ए इंपॉर्टेंट एरिया. अभी तो आप सोच लिए होंगे एक पैंडेमिक के बीच में एग्जाम करवाना इज सच ए बिग चैलेंज फॉर द इंस्टीट्यूट. हम लोग के लिए बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है, बहुत बड़ा चुनौती है हम लोग की. और राजेश शर्मा जी जो एग्जाम कमेटी का एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सदस्य है और बहुत मेहनत करते हैं कि इंस्टीट्यूट का जो एग्जाम सिस्टम है वो बरकरार रहे, उसका क्वालिटी बरकरार रहे, और स्टूडेंट्स हम लोग ऐसा कुछ भी ना करें जिससे स्टूडेंट्स अफेक्टेड हो एडवर्सली. I have seen him being so much, involved in the exams and in all the other aspects of the institute. Of course, he has been told that he's a bridge between the institute and the government, and he works so hard on this. अभी प्रमोद जैन जी को जब हम हरदम देखते हैं, I look at him, because he is always serious and always thinking about something or the other. तो मैं जब उनको देखता हूं कि इसी वेरी थिंग्स, मैं कभी सोचता हूं कि ये जो प्रमोद जैन जी है ये किस चीज के लिए सोचते हैं. जब उनको इंट्रोड्यूस करवाया गया तो बोला गया कि प्रमोद जैन जी इज ए वेरी वेल नोन स्पीकर. तो ये मैं कभी कभी सोचता हूँ ये अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स के बारे में सोच रहे हैं ना, ऑडिटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स के बारे में सोच रहे हैं ना, इनकम टैक्स के बारे में सोच रहे हैं ना, कॉर्पोरेट लॉज के बारे में सोच रहे हैं कभी कभी, बिकॉज ही स्पीक्स सो वेल इन ऑल दिस टॉपिक्स. And today he deals with international taxation. शायद आपका हिस्सा जो सब ब्रांचेस है वहां में शायद ये टॉपिक बहुत ज्यादा पॉपुलर ना हो, इंटरनेशनल टैक्सेशन. बट हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि ये टॉपिक जो है, ये टॉपिक कुछ फर्म्स में सीमित ना रहे, सब मेंबरशिप सब इसका फायदा और आनंद उठाए इस टॉपिक से इंटरनेशनल. इस पे हम लोग सोचते हैं कि इसे बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटी. We think that this thing, and let me tell you, from the northern region, Pramod Jain, makes so many of us feel very proud of it because of his technical leanings, academic leanings. अभी नंदा जी के बारे में क्या बताएं? हम प्रेसिडेंट साहब जब कभी-कभी बहुत थके हो जाते हैं, इंस्टीट्यूट का डिस्कशन बहुत लंबा चला और बहुत वॉसिफरस डिस्कशन चल रहा है कि फ्यूचर ऑफ द प्रोफेशन क्या होगा, तो हम लोग कभी-कभी थक कर नंदा साहब के तरफ देखते हैं दो चीज के लिए. एक नंदा साहब का तजुर्बा के लिए, बिकॉज ही स्पेंड सो मेनी इयर्स इन द काउंसिल, उनका तजुर्बा के लिए, और दूसरा उनका शेर और शायरी के लिए. और उनका आज में जो सब वो बोल रहे थे, उलझन के बारे में बोल रहे थे, हाउ टू सी सो मेनी थिंग्स ही वाज सेइंग, many of these things, when we are there in the council room and all the council colleagues, we feel very, very, a bit light in our mind when you hear Nanda ji speak on all these things. He's handling internal audit standards board and does such a good work with this. You heard him speak. Every Saturday he organizes his programs and he does such excellent work. I will take under only 3 to 4 minutes of your time. I'm sure the president would like to speak. Just हम लोग कभी-कभी सोचते हैं ना, when you go out and meet people, there is this feeling, the perception gap, that कहीं भी fraud हो जाता है तो the chartered accountant को fraud पकड़ना ही पड़ता. we are expected the chartered accountant जो है उसको fraud पकड़ना चाहिए. अगर नहीं पकड़ा तो क्यों नहीं पकड़ा? Please note, हम लोग जो अभी देते हैं ये perception gap है. हम लोग जो अभी जो audit report देते हैं, हम लोग reasonable assurance देते हैं. नंदा जी वो ऐसे 230 डिस्कशन कर रहे थे. 230 is a auditing standard on documentation. AS 700 is an auditing standard on audit reporting. और उस SS 700 में हम लोग ये लिखते हैं कि वी आर गिविंग ए रीजनेबल एश्योरेंस, एंड हम लोग कोई गारंटी नहीं देते हैं कि हर एक फ्रॉड या हर एक मिसस्टेटमेंट्स को हम लोग पकड़ लेंगे और हम लोग उसको रिपोर्ट करेंगे. हम लोग ऐसा कोई गारंटी नहीं देते. दैट इज पार्ट ऑफ आवर ऑडिटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स SS 700. बट देयर इज ऑलवेज अ परसेप्शन गैप कि हम लोग को हर एक फ्रॉड को पकड़ना चाहिए. बट दैट इज नॉट व्हाट वी हैव टू डू. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि हर एक फ्रॉड हम लोग पकड़े, then you have got to be a forensic auditor, for which the institute under the leadership of Manu Agarwal ji and of course Nihar Jambusaria ji and all the council members, we are now having this forensic standards, 24 of them, and we are trying now to get these forensic standards approved by the council so that the membership can take full advantage of these forensic standards. But मैं जब आपका perception gap के लिए बोला, तो one चीज you please note, perception gap the institute is fighting. I and the president, we talk about perception gap. I'm sure we'll talk about it. But delivery gap is inexcusable. Delivery gap means आपका gross negligence. और मैंने जो बोला इसी, when I was saying that, you see, anybody who are part of disciplinary, you cannot, and Chopra sir, a very good afternoon to you and namaskar. And I was telling them, sir, about perception gap and delivery gap, which I'm sure, sir, you will speak about. I was saying that perception gap, we can talk about it, but delivery gap, you see, it's inexcusable. And I can see Chopra sir also agreeing with me. I can see Chopra sir also agreeing with me on this. So that is how it is. Very, very important. अभी हम लोग जो है ये चारों branches में, I will take under 2 minutes time. Chopra sir has joined and president has to speak. I will cut my this speech short. आप लोग सोचे होंगे GST audit चला गया, tax audit चला गया, tax नहीं चला गया, पर टैक्स ऑडिट का लिमिट जो है अभी 10 करोड़ तक चला गया. बैंक ऑडिट इसी बहुत श्रिंक हो रहे हैं. व्हाट टू डू? Many of your branches might be thinking that, your members of the branches. Please note, in all these cases, what has happened is this: technology is overpowering us. GST audit, they are saying that everything is available on the cloud. Tax audit, जो 10 crores है, is only for those companies which are also more than 90% digital. बैंक ऑडिट, दे आर सेइंग दैट CBS आ गया, अभी आपको कितना हम लोग इसी फिजिकल ऑडिट करवाएं. सो द पॉइंट इज, टेक्नोलॉजी इज गोइंग टू बी अ ग्रेट डिस्ट्रक्टर. एट द इंस्टीट्यूट, पीपल लाइक संदीप सिंगल, प्रसन्न कुमार, they are working on the audit tools about which they have spoken about, and we hope that as time progresses, we'll come out of these audit tools and be of great benefit to the membership. Let me also tell you, today financial audit is very important. हम लोग सब financial audit से वाकिफ हैं. We have all become financial audit experts. But what is also coming is non-financial audit. Environment में क्या हो रहा है? आदमी, people, now it's no longer only profit. They are talking about people, profit, and planet. That's what they are talking about. Environment. हम लोग क्या what are you doing about the planet? So this, there is to be a shift in the mind about the shift now from financial audit to non-financial audit. I will not take much of your time. Let me also tell you, yesterday, we inaugurated the 42nd overseas chapter of the institute. 42nd overseas chapter at Ghana. They are the Indian ambassador to Ghana was present. And you see, our Joint Secretary Ministry of External Affairs Singhi ji was also present. And I was telling both of them that the institute takes great pride in being a partner in nation building. At the end of it, we will be relevant, you will be respected if we really take nation building as part of our main objective. So you see, please keep this in mind that we are a partner in nation building, and that, you see, 3 words have a very important meaning for us, and that is integrity, that is, you see, excellence, that is independence. It's 3 words having great, you see, importance. The other day, somebody shared a WhatsApp to me, and he wrote that integrity is whenever you are doing the right thing when no one is watching you. That is what integrity is, right? So do the right thing. Ensure that you provide quality services. Ensure that you keep the flag of the profession and the flag of the institute flying very, very high. I thank all the 4 branches. I thank the Committee for Members in Practice and the Public Relations Committee for having invited me to address all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Vice President ICI, Diginesh Mitra ji, for your kind words. Now it is my honor to introduce our Honorable President ICI, CA Nisar and Jambusaria sir.
अजय जी, मैं एक रिक्वेस्ट करूं, रियली प्रेसिडेंट वाइस प्रेसिडेंट के
और एक सर मेरी आई थिंक माय अपॉलॉजी, ये प्लीज नाम अगर हम ठीक से प्रोनाउंस करें, निसार नहीं निहार एंड जम्बूसरिया जी, और हमारे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट है सीए डॉक्टर देवाशीष मित्रा जी. सो निहार एंड जम्बूसरिया जी.
लेकिन इंट्रोडक्शन अगर अवॉइड करे तो ये अच्छा है. लेट अस सेव टाइम ना, पीपल नो it's all okay, really.
Thank you very much, sir, and we will request you to kindly share your views and enlighten all of us with your words of wisdom, sir.
Thank you Sanjeev ji, and good afternoon everybody. Let me at the outset thank the committee for members in practice along with PRC for organizing this meeting of the members of 4 branches. Although there is one technical subject, I think this kind of briefing to the members about what is going on in the institute is necessary. And CA Dr. Sanjeev Singhal, Chairman of CMP, Vice Chairman CA Prasanna Kumar ji, CA Hansraj Chuk ji, CA Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, CA Rajesh Sharma ji, CA Pramod Jain ji, the council members from North who I rate them as stars of North, and you have heard them and known about what they are doing for the institute and for the profession. Our Honorable Vice President, CA Dr. Debashish Mitra, who I regard as an all-rounder and who knows many subjects and can speak on many subjects, and who briefed you about our council members also and some of the activities. The 4 chairmen of the 4 branches, Rohtak, Hisar, Bahadurgarh, Bhiwani, CA Ajay Huda, CA Bharat Jain, CA Sushant Agarwal, CA Sandeep, all the members of the branches who are attending this meeting. It's a great pleasure for me to come and meet you like this on virtual mode. Of course, there is no match to physical meeting, but in the given circumstances, probably this is the only option available for us to meet. And we can interact on virtual platform as well. So let me speak a little about these council members. CA Dr. Sanjeev Singhal, let me say, for 3 years he is the vice chairman of Accounting Standard Board, and then, as he said, he is doing the most to make India's knowledge available to the members in the simplest possible way. He heads a new board which was set up last year, Sustainability Reporting Standard Board. And when this board was formed last year by C. Atul Gupta ji, maybe some people outside felt that what is this board and what it will do, what is sustainability and why this board is required. But the manner in which Sanjeev Singhal ji has made this board so vibrant and has made our presence felt at SEBI and Niti Aayog, it shows that it is for us to make any committee vibrant. And today, this Sustainability Reporting Standard Board is doing excellent work, and it is comparable to any committee of any other country.
Thank you, sir.
One more point I would like to make while I am discussing about initiatives of the council members. Some of my views on these activities also I will discuss. Today, let me appeal to all the members of the branch, of all the 4 branches, that this sustainability initiative should not be confined to top 1,000 listed companies. both the chairman Sanjeev ji and vice president spoke about triple bottom line: profit, people, planet. I think now we should talk in the exact reverse direction: planet, people, profit. We are earning profit. We have measured everything in terms of profit for a number of years. But this pandemic has shown, and over last few years, these cyclones and floods have shown that climate is changing very fast, and that is due to all our actions. And if we do not preserve the planet, people will not survive. And if people are not there, what profit will do for anybody? In fact, profits have to generate a lot of value. And this value will come only if we preserve Mother Earth and people. Today, the government and SEBI is talking about mandatory reporting only by 1,000 top listed companies. But this initiative needs to be percolated down to the people. And let me give a simple example. Even after the pandemic, when the lockdowns opened, today on the road you find that in a car a single person is traveling, how much carbon is emitted and what damage it makes to the climate. So let us be very serious about it. It applies not only to top companies, but it applies to every person on this earth and the country. In the CMP committee, they are coming out with audit tools. And a question is many times raised by many, that is MS Excel and its advanced version not adequate for smaller firms? I think the answer is no. Very recently, RBI amended its guidelines and brought under its fold not only the public sector banks, but the urban cooperative banks, NBFCs, HFCs, where if the firms have to audit these companies and these banks, they need knowledge of technology and they need to use complicated audit tools. And nothing is complicated if it is learned systematically. So once audit tools are out, I think at the institute we will have to take initiative of training members as to how to use these tools. And I'm sure the committee will do its best to promote it.
Sure.
Coming to another council member, CA Rajesh Sharma, on CMI and CMP. In the last 2 years, he has worked relentlessly, and particularly last year also during COVID period, the number of employments which were generated through campus shows of what capability he has. Apart from this year, and let me tell you friends, it requires courage to tell the president that, okay, you keep me in standing committee. A person getting standing committee does not get chairmanship of any other committee. And particularly where you have to face election, it's a big decision. And a person is confident that my work will speak. I don't need any projection in the public. At the examination committee, Vice President mentioned it, that during pandemic time, it's an absolutely challenging task to conduct exams. And on top of everything that we do, you know, some people go for writ petition and we have to even contest there and justify. In all these efforts, Rajesh's contribution at the examination committee is exemplary, and particularly whenever something is stuck with some ministries, we look upon him and ask him that please take care of the situation that has emerged. During COVID period, I have seen him as a sole warrior and fighting for the benefit of people alone and without support of any organization. CA Pramod Jain, again another all-rounder. Whether you talk of tax, direct tax, international tax, indirect tax, audit, CSR, company law, He knows almost all laws, and he is found to be speaking at one place or the other every week 2-3 times. So his contribution to the members directly and to the council is really remarkable. We have worked together in International Tax Committee. This year he is heading it and is trying to see that international tax is familiarized among even smaller chartered accountants who need to know this law very badly. They have to certify payments to non-residents made by their clients. And whether this payment is royalty or fees for technical service, payment for goods, payment for service, payment for management service, it makes a lot of difference in what rate, in what TDS is required to be deducted. So all these initiatives are very helpful. Coming to Nandaji, a lot has been said about him. वो शब्दों के जादूगर तो है ही, और जब भी वाइस प्रेसिडेंट rightly put it, a number of years of his experience is so much helpful at the council, and apart from this, he makes atmosphere light with his Sero Osiris. At Internal Audit Standard Board, the 2 new features that he has introduced are really very helpful to the membership. One, technology in internal audit. Another, internal audit with special reference to small and medium practicing firms. Very important features. So every year, when year after year you had the same committee, to bring innovation, to bring novelty to the committee is a challenge, and he has taken it very seriously and is doing excellent work. CMA is another committee for management accounting, where diploma in business management finance course, which was revamped, it is doing excellent job for the chartered accountants. A course which was dying has suddenly become very favorite among the members, and this course is being attended by so many members. Hansraj Chugh, government last year announced accounting service as one among the 17 champion sectors. Last year he was heading export of CA services, and he did everything possible to see that CA services are sold in the international market, and through outsourcing or any other mode, our members export our services to the foreign countries. This year he is given committee for members in business, and again this year, despite the pandemic, 70% strike rate of employment through campus is again an excellent achievement of this committee. 3 courses that you have started: executive development, management development, leadership development, are really innovative courses. And when a large number of newly qualifieds choose to go in industry, these courses will contribute a lot. Because today only tax and audit knowledge is not enough. You need to be a leader, you need to know management, you need to be an excellent executive. I'm sure these courses will add a lot of value, particularly for the youngsters. So this is what the members are doing. Apart from that, partly some of the initiatives Vice President has informed, a few of them I will cover to let members know what is going on at the institute. Particularly when I come to branches, let me compliment them and congratulate that during COVID period, when the CSR committee made a call that all 164 branches should form a COVID task force, you all have done wonderful work. You have helped our members and students and even the needy people. So this work that you have done has brought a lot of credit to the profession, and we are all appreciative of it. On 1st July, CSR committee is planning tree plantation. Again, we talked about planet and people. I'm sure I need not say anything more, and all the 4 branches will join in this effort and do their best to plant maximum trees and then see that these trees are maintained later. One more point where I'm asking something from you is that at CABF, number of applications are received by the COVID impacted members and their family members. And at this point of time, we must stand by them and support them. At CABF, we have settled every claim that comes to us. Some of the pending applications are being processed. But in order to help them more, we require more funds. Today, we are consuming the corpus of CABS. I would make an appeal to all 4 branches that from your members, whatever best contribution you can get for CABF, please try to do that. It will help the members who are in need. This year, some of the new initiatives that we have started, one is financial and tax literacy. It is a drive to be run throughout the country, from school children up to the elders, and from small businesses to big businesses. A module is being prepared. On 1st July, we will inaugurate it. And I would make appeal to branches that this is a new initiative of the institute, and you all participate in this drive and make it the most successful. You will be knowing about this initiative when you attend the 1st July function. The key features of the initiative will be presented at that time. This year, we have set up Committee for Review of Education and Training, CRET, after 5 years. The last revision was done in 2017. But the way things are changing in the profession, the way new areas in the profession like RERA, insolvency, PMLA, Benami, and the way technology is taking over routine functions, and our members need the latest skills to be relevant for businesses. We decided at the council that let us form CRET and give to the new age students everything that is required to be relevant for businesses and economy of the country. So this committee will start its work this week or next week, and they will come to you also for your inputs on what to incorporate in the syllabus and the training modules. So at that time, I would appeal that please contribute generously by giving your views. On technology, every speaker has spoken. At DAB, on artificial intelligence, blockchain, data analytics, cyber security, which are the new age technologies and which every member needs to learn. Intensive courses have been launched, and I would request members. Pramod Jain ji has presented the website of the institute. So where to look for these courses, you are aware now, and see that you undergo these courses so that you remain relevant. To make Indian firms grow and big, Rajesh ji told you about the revised networking guidelines, where you are given 3 forms in which you can do networking. One more initiative, multidisciplinary partnership. We have passed the guidelines and the rules, but the form is pending with MCA for approval. We are following up. As soon as Form 18 is approved, we will familiarize MDP guidelines among the members. This should be very useful in making your firms grow and also practice effectively. Because when you practice certain laws on which we don't have mastery, if advocates, company secretaries, cost accountants, engineers, and architects join, it would give a different dimension to our practice. The details of all these will be brought to you as soon as the form is approved. And one group for networking with overseas firms has been formed, keeping our regulations in mind. In whatever best way we can network with overseas firms, this group will look at, and it will come out with new guidelines. I think in today's scenario, I will end the talk with one more appeal to the branches, that faceless assessment, faceless appeals. again are new dimensions to the tax practice. And many members are not used to making presentation in faceless manner. It requires spatial skills. If possible, take these courses as intensive courses. So in the past, we have done mock tribunal, mock searches, do mock face assessment and appeals programs also. This will give practical guidance to members as to what steps are required to be taken to see that the client's case is presented very effectively before the tax authority and the appellate authority. So with this, let me thank all of you for being here, and let me thank council members of North, and particularly the Committee for Members in Practice, Chairman Sanjeev ji and Vice Chairman Prasanna ji, for organizing this meet for the benefit of members and for our benefit, so that we can let them know what are the initiatives of the institute. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable President ICAI, CA Nihar and Jambu Saria sir, for your kind words and enlightening the members. Now over to CA Sandeep ji, Chairman Bhiwani branch, for further proceedings.
I would sincerely thank our Honorable President CA Nihar Jambu Saria ji, the Vice President CA Dr. Devashish Mitra ji, all the council colleagues CA Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, CA Rajesh Sharma ji, CA Hansraj Chuk ji, CA Pramod Jain ji, CA Prasanna Kumar D ji, for their words of wisdom. Thank you very much. We are now moving to the technical session, learning from the disciplinary proceedings, and we have none other than our Honorable Past President CA Amarjit Chopra ji, and the combination of CA Amarjit Chopra ji along with CA Prasanna Kumar ji, who heads the Board of Discipline, I think will make this session very, very interesting, to the point, and they will share the practical insights. The session will be led by the Honorable Past President Amarjit Chopra ji. Although Amarjit Chopra ji needs no introduction, he has been the president of ICAI in 2010-11 and has led the profession from the front. Besides, he has been the chairperson of the NACAS, National Advisory Committee on Accounting Standards, and also he is currently the part-time member of NFRA, National Financial Reporting Authority. He leads the profession in every possible manner, and he contributes very, very extensively to the profession. He has delivered over more than 3,000 lectures, and is also a government nominee on the disciplinary bench of the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. Thank you very much, sir, for taking out time. As always, on our request, you have always been available. And sir, I would like to sincerely request you to kindly enlighten our members on the learnings from the disciplinary proceeding, and also the lessons in the form that what needs to change when we are doing the practice, how the documentation should change, what should change in the way we conduct our profession, in the way we conduct our practice, so that the instances of the disciplinary cases are minimized. Thank you very much, sir, once again, and over to you.
Thank you, Sanjeev ji, the chairman of the Committee for Members in Practice. And of course, I have in front the president, the Honorable President of the Institute, Mr. Nihar Jambu Saria, and the Honorable Vice President, Dr. Devashish Mitra, who heads the committee on which I sit, basically, of the Disciplinary Committee, Bench 2. The distinguished council members, Charanjot Singh Nanda ji, Rajesh Sharma ji, Hansraj Chuk ji, Pramod Jain ji, and of course the Vice Chairman of your committee, Mr. Prasanna Kumar, who heads the Board of Discipline for that matter. I was listening to Honorable President and of course Dr. Devashish Mitra. So far as the President part is concerned, I will only like to make an appeal to everyone, every chartered accountant today, that we need to contribute to CABF as much as we can, because we are in that kind of state wherein we definitely need more and more money. And I will request Rajesh ji, Pramod ji, Nanda ji, and Sanjeev ji, and Chuk Saab. Let's make a drive of it that we get as much contribution from the members from different branches. There are 4 chairmen of the various branches of Bhiwani, Rohtak, Hisar, and Bahadurgarh. Right now, before us, Sandeep Jangra ji, Ajay Huda ji, Agarwal Saab, and Bharat Jain ji. My humble request to them is that this is now or never, very frankly. आज की डेट में तो ये है कि लोग देने को तैयार भी हैं. बाकी दिनों में तो शायद लोग देने को तैयार नहीं होते, because no one is mentally prepared. आज की डेट में हर व्यक्ति ने ये देखा है कि what we have gone through. So probably people are willing to empty their pockets to some extent. So take advantage of it. Make sure that CABF is getting money, because till what time we'll keep on eating out of the corpus of the CABF. और मुझे जहां तक पता है कि 200 केसेस तो ऑलरेडी कर चुके होंगे CABF वाले, और अभी कितने पाइपलाइन में हैं, nobody knows about it. और बात सिर्फ लमसम की नहीं है, बात ये है कि उन फैमिलीज को आपको कंटिन्यूअस बेसिस पे सपोर्ट चाहिए. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. किसी फैमिली को कम से कम 15,000 20,000 रुपया महीना अगर आपको देना है, तो यू रिक्वायर फंड्स आउट ऑफ इट, एंड वी कांट हैव एनी अदर मनी. और मुश्किल ये है कि मेंबर ये सोचता है यार मेरा क्या है. I think we need all to be very, very careful about it, and I will only appeal to every member, whoever is listening at, जितना आप कर सकें. अमाउंट इज नॉट द कंसिडरेशन. आप 1000 करें, 2500 करें, 5000 करें, 5 लाख करें, 10 लाख करें, जो आप कर सकते हैं. Whatever is your might, whatever is within your ability, please contribute to the CA Benevolent Fund. That's my humble appeal to you. So far as the topic of the day is concerned, to me, मेरा ख्याल में बड़ा अनप्लेजेंट सा टॉपिक है. लर्निंग्स फ्रॉम द डिसिप्लिनरी प्रोसीडिंग्स. और अब तो डॉक्टर देवशीष मित्रा हैं, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हु हेड्स दैट, और प्रसन्ना जी इज देयर. You see, I have always believed in one thing. Whenever we talk of ethics, I always wonder whether ethics can ever be codified. Ethics को कभी आप लॉ की शेप दे सकते हैं? My answer has been no. You can never codify the ethics. Ethics is something which comes from within. It has to come by way of the values that you cherish, which are inculcated, which are imbibed by your family. I think that's very important. Unfortunately, we are all looking at it today that ethics have to be codified. I always give example of various political parties. Now, in most of the cases, what is happening is, if you ask me, I personally feel there are many acts which are unethical, yet these could be legal. But what is the spirit? Spirit is that we should be more ethical rather than looking only at the legal position of a particular act. Unfortunately, it is not happening. Look at the various political parties today. How many rapists, how many murderers, how many people against whom all kind of cases are going on have been given tickets for MLAs, MPs, etc. And they have been able to win election. They have been able to vote in the assemblies. They have been able to vote in the parliament for that particular matter. And no party is exception to that. Look at the Maharashtra politics today. For whom the public voted for? Public voted for BJP and Shiv Sena combined. But who is heading the government today? Shiv Sena, Congress and NCP. People never voted for this combination. People had voted for the combination of Shiv Sena and BJP. Now, legally it might be possible. But is it ethical for the political parties to do it? I think that's the $1 million question if I have to ask myself. Ethics can never be codified to my mind. But unfortunately, codify करना पड़ता है. मैं हमेशा अपने आप से एक प्रश्न पूछता हूँ कि ये कहाँ पे जरूरत थी कि हम ये कहते that a chartered accountant will have to exercise due diligence and care while carrying out his duties. ये लिखने की जरूरत थी क्या हमें? पर लिखना पड़ा. Believe me, हमें ये लिखना पड़ा एक्ट के अंदर, और हमें उसका शेड्यूल बना के देना पड़ा that a chartered accountant must act with due diligence and care, otherwise he will be held guilty of professional negligence. हमें ये कहाँ लिख के देने की जरूरत थी कि कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी मेंटेन करनी चाहिए चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट को? पर हमने लिखा, क्योंकि अगर हम नहीं लिखें तो फिर क्या होगा, nobody knows as a consequence of this. My humble request to you all is that somewhere or the other, we must go by the spirit. We should never look at what has been put in the law. I think to me that has always been more important. मेरा अपना मानना ये है, most of us have been, हमारे यहाँ मैक्सिमम केसेस इनिशियली किसके आते थे? मैं लर्निंग्स की अगर बात कर रहा हूँ, विद प्रसन्ना जी एंड देवशीष जी बीइंग देयर, हमारे यहाँ मैक्सिमम केसेस कभी आते थे with regard to non-communication. 80% केसेस नॉन कम्युनिकेशन के होते हैं. अभी नॉन कम्युनिकेशन के केसेस कम हो गए. If you ask me, नॉन कम्युनिकेशन का केस क्यों आना चाहिए? मेरा अपना मानना यह है कि अगर कोई व्यक्ति ऑडिट छोड़ रहा है, या किसी व्यक्ति को किसी ने रिमूव किया, या कोई व्यक्ति रिटायर हुआ, मुझे उससे क्या दिक्कत थी कि मैं उससे ये कम्युनिकेट करके पूछ लूं कि भाई ये बता दो कि इसमें आपकी कोई प्रोफेशनल ऑब्जेक्शन तो नहीं है. एक तो सबसे बड़ी गलतफहमी हम सबको ये है कि जो पुराना ऑडिटर है वो मेरी अपॉइंटमेंट को ब्लॉक कर सकता है. पुराना ऑडिटर आपकी अपॉइंटमेंट को ब्लॉक नहीं कर सकता. इट इज नॉट ए नो ऑब्जेक्शन. ये कहीं पे ये नहीं लिखा कि यू हैव टू ऑब्टेन नो ऑब्जेक्शन फ्रॉम हिम. ये लिखा है दैट यू आर सपोज्ड टू कम्युनिकेट विद हिम. यू आर सपोज्ड टू कम्युनिकेट विद द प्रीवियस ऑडिटर. ये बात बिल्कुल गांठ बांध लीजिए. हमारे में से बहुत सारे मेंबर ये सोचते हैं यार जो नया ऑडिटर आएगा मेरे से नो ऑब्जेक्शन मांगेगा, मैं नो ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं दूंगा. ये बिल्कुल गलतफहमी है. ये निकाल दीजिए दिल से. देयर इज नथिंग लाइक नो ऑब्जेक्शन फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस ऑडिटर. इट इज ओनली कम्युनिकेटिंग विद द प्रीवियस ऑडिटर. अभी कुछ लोगों को ये गलतफहमी हुई व्हेन ऑडिटर्स ऑफ द इलाहाबाद बैंक, जो पहले कभी इलाहाबाद बैंक के ब्रांच ऑडिटर्स थे और उनकी अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं हुई, उन्होंने ऑब्जेक्शन करना शुरू किया विद द ऑडिटर्स ऑफ द इंडियन बैंक. They could never object to it. अगर उनकी फीस ड्यू होती तो वो ये कह सकते थे कि मेरी फीस ड्यू है और मेरी फीस पहले दिलवा दीजिए. इन दैट पर्टिकुलर केस द एक्सेप्टेंस कुड नॉट हैव बीन पॉसिबल. उसके अलावा कोई चारा नहीं था कि आप ये कह दें कि जी आप एक्सेप्ट मत करिए. हाँ, अगर आपके पास ये है कि भी एक कंपनीज का ऑडिटर है, उसमें जो प्रोविजंस हैं कंपनीज एक्ट के विद रिगार्ड टू द रिमूवल, विद रिगार्ड टू द अपॉइंटमेंट, दोज हैव नॉट बीन कंप्लाइड विद. In that particular case, you can tell him कि भाई इन्होंने कंपनीज एक्ट के प्रोविजंस कंप्लाई नहीं किए, मेरी wrongful removal हुई है under the Companies Act. In that case, he may not be able to accept the appointment. What I am supposed to do is only to communicate with the previous auditor. Unfortunately, most of us tend to believe that as if I can give a no objection to the other one. There is nothing like no objection. Let me be very clear about it. मैं फिर बार बार एक ही बात को दोहरा रहा हूं. हमारे में से बहुत लोग इस गलतफहमी में जी रहे हैं कि मुझे नो ऑब्जेक्शन देना होता. मैंने नो ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं देना. वो मेरे को कम्युनिकेट कर रहा है कि भाई मेरे को नई अपॉइंटमेंट मिली है, आप बता दीजिए. अब मैं ये लिख सकता हूं, अगर मेरी रॉन्गफुल रिमूवल है तो बता सकता हूं. अगर मेरी फीस नहीं मिली है, ऑडिट फीस, नॉट द कंसल्टिंग, अगर मेरी ऑडिट फी नहीं मिली है तब मैं बोल सकता हूं उसको. तो यही कुछ चीजें हैं जो मुझे समझनी चाहिए. और फिर मेरे पास अगर मैंने कम्युनिकेट किया तो इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन होनी चाहिए. और मेरे हिसाब से आज की डेट में तो अगर मैं व्हाट्सएप भी कर दूं और व्हाट्सएप पे अगर उसके 2 नीले टिक लग जाए तो मेरे हिसाब से दैट इज इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन. हो अगर मैंने उसको उसके वैलिड ईमेल आईडी पे ईमेल कर दिया अपना लेटर कि अभी मेरे को अपॉइंटमेंट किया, आप मुझे बता दीजिए, इन दैट पर्टिकुलर केस आल्सो इट विल बी कंसिडर्ड टू बी अ वैलिड अपॉइंटमेंट, वैलिड कम्युनिकेशन.
Unmute. चोपड़ा सर, अमर जी चोपड़ा सर आप म्यूट पे. यस सर.
नहीं, वो there was some important call which I had to take, इसलिए मैंने म्यूट किया. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. The point that one will like to make out is this non-communication has been one of the major you can say botheration to the entire profession. Tax audit अगर आपकी किसी firm का है, proprietary का है, unless there is an objection to the fee, आप हमेशा the client is at liberty to remove you in the next year. You can't say that I cannot be removed. Companies Act में statutory auditor अगर है, in that particular case he will go through the procedure of the Companies Act. अगर 5 साल पूरे हो गए, then he is only to retire you. अगर 5 साल पूरे नहीं हुए, in that particular case, if you are not cooperating, if there are circumstances in which you can be removed, he can go to the RD, get your removal done, and in that case also your objection will not hold good in those cases. The point that I am trying to drive you home is, जो मेरा सबसे बड़ा दिक्कत का point है वो ये है कि most of us believe when the other person has resigned, I need not communicate. I believe the other way around. If the other person has resigned, there is all the more reason that I must communicate with him. Why should a person resign from an audit? We all keep on struggling to get an audit. And if a person is resigning from the audit, there is all the more reason for me to suspect that there should be certain reasons why he has resigned. एक कारण ये हो सकता है कि पार्टी उसको रिकॉर्ड नहीं दे रही थी, एक कारण ये हो सकता है कि वो क्वालिफाई रिपोर्ट करना चाहता था, पार्टी उसको क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं करने दे रही थी. तो रेजिग्नेशन जब भी कोई देगा उस केस में ये ज्यादा जरूरी है. इट इज ऑल द मोर इम्पोर्टेंट दैट आई मस्ट कम्युनिकेट विद द प्रीवियस ऑडिटर. So this argument does not hold good that the other person has resigned, so I need not communicate. And I can tell you in a good number of cases, which are coming before the disciplinary committee, what has happened is that the management has given a resignation letter to the incoming auditor, which is forged one. So if you want to protect yourself against a forged communication, in that particular case, it's all the more important that you communicate with your previous auditor. And your previous auditor will be able to tell you that I never resigned from this particular assignment. Whatever letter is being produced before you by the management is a forged letter. And unfortunately, the moment a management gives me a resignation letter, I accept that resignation letter, I accept the appointment, I cannot do it. Let's be very clear so far as this particular part is concerned. My humble submission is that wherever there is a resignation, please try and please make sure under all circumstances that you communicate with the previous auditor and find out whether he has genuinely resigned. If he has genuinely resigned, it's fine. But in that case, also try to find out from him what are the reasons of his resignation. Whether he has resigned on account of certain malpractices that he noticed in the accounts, whether he is resigning because of certain frauds which he has noticed, whether there was some kind of a money laundering or something else in the accounts which he has noticed for which he is resigning. तो उसको जब कभी भी कोई resign करता है, in that particular case, to me, it is all the more important for me that I should communicate with the previous auditor. In some of the cases, what has happened is that when it, and another thing that I will like to tell you is, that when I say communicate with the previous auditor, it does not mean necessarily communicate with the immediately preceding year auditor. It means if at all audit was conducted at any point of time, and suppose in between there was an exemption from the audit. Suppose somebody conducted a tax audit in the year 18-19, and for the next 2 years there was an exemption from the conduct of the tax audit. Nobody conducted the audit. You are supposed to communicate with the auditor of 18-19. So you cannot say that since in 2021, there was no auditor, so I need not communicate with him. Or if there was no audit in 1920, I was not supposed to communicate with any other auditor. Whosoever conducted the audit at the last time, you are supposed to communicate with that auditor. There was one case I still remember, maybe 15 years back. In that particular case, an auditor came and said, sir, I didn't know that anybody had ever conducted the audit in this particular organization. And the complainant said that in the balance sheet, there was an item, audit fee payable. And if there was an item in the balance sheet, audit fee payable, it was apparent that at one point of time, the audit has been conducted. And if the audit fee payable was item in the balance sheet, It was in the knowledge of the incoming auditor that an audit had been conducted maybe 3 years back, maybe 4 years back, maybe last year. So he knew the audit had been conducted. So he had all the more reason to find out from the management of the organization, management of the entity, who conducted that audit. And it was necessary for him, it was incumbent upon him to communicate with that previous auditor. Unfortunately, hota kya hai ki jab audit aata hai, in that particular case, we want to accept the appointment as fast as possible. Another thing is कि अगर किसी की audit fee pending है, तो please make sure कि उसकी audit fee, जो pending audit fee है, वो release हो जाए किसी तरीके से. Rather, अगर कल मुझे भी कोई कहे कि आप resign कर दीजिए, मेरी ये तो इच्छा होगी ना कि मेरी audit fee तो दे दो यार, बाकी मत दो कुछ भी, मेरे को audit पे continue नहीं करो, but at least pay off my dues. So, as a good professional, I think I need to make sure that under those circumstances that this fee be paid. और दूसरी बात मैं ये बता सकता हूँ, जो अभी कोड ऑफ एथिक्स चेंज हुआ, उसमें एक चीज बड़ी अच्छी कर दी इंस्टीट्यूट ने कि अगर मैंने किसी को चिट्ठी लिखी, रजिस्टर्ड पोस्ट भेजी और उस पर ये लिख के आ गया कि ऑफिस बंद है, तो इट विल बी कंसिडर्ड टू बी अ वैलिड सर्विस ऑफ नोटिस. तो कल दूसरा ये नहीं कह सकता कि साहब मेरे पास तो आया नहीं था. और कुछ केसेस अभी हमारे पास ऐसे आए हैं जिसमें फेक रिसीट्स जनरेट हुई. आई विल कोट यू वन ऑफ द एग्जांपल्स. अभी एक व्यक्ति ने कहा जी कि मैंने तो कोरियर से भेज दिया था इनको. पहली बात तो ये कि कोरियर से आप भेज नहीं सकते, आपको भेजना रजिस्टर्ड एडी से या रजिस्टर्ड पोस्ट से भेजना, और आपके पास इफेक्टिव एविडेंस होना चाहिए कि उसको कम्युनिकेट हो गया था. उसने कहा जी मैंने तो कोरियर से भेज दिया था. जब वो कोरियर की रिसीट को फीड किया गया तो पता लगा वो त्रिवेंद्रम में नहीं गया था, वो तो वैजाग में गया था, प्रसन्ना जी को गया था लेटर. तो it is considered to be a fraud. Rather, you are actually allowing institute to hold you guilty of certain other thing also. Forget about non-communication alone. So please never try to do these kind of things that you backdate the letters, you fake the receipt, you fake the communication. Don't do it. Please don't do it under any circumstances. मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है, बड़ा सिंपल सी चीज है, आप अपॉइंट हुए हैं, यू सिंपली हैव टू सेंड अ लेटर. Send a letter, send a WhatsApp message today and get 2 blue ticks on that and get a screenshot thereof. आप मेल भेज दीजिए उसको वैलिड ईमेल आईडी के ऊपर. इट विल बी कंसिडर्ड टू बी ए वैलिड सर्विस ऑफ द नोटिस. अब कुछ चीज जो मैं बोलने जा रहा हूं, आई थिंक प्रसन्ना जी विल एग्री विद मी एंड डॉक्टर देवशीष वुड एग्री विद मी. These days the trend has changed altogether with regard to complaints. पहले मेंबर के बारे में ज्यादा कंप्लेंट करता था, अब सिचुएशन बदल गई. अब सिचुएशन ये है कि जब 2 पार्टनर्स का झगड़ा होता है, आप सपोज कीजिए ऑडिट कर रहे हैं एबी फर्म का, एबी फर्म के 2 पार्टनर्स का झगड़ा हो गया, तो वो कहते हैं आपस में तो हम सुलटते रहेंगे बाद में, we will settle our scores later. But the first thing that they do is, one of the partner does is to file a case against the chartered accountant. 2 डायरेक्टर्स का आपस में झगड़ा होता, 2 शेयर होल्डर्स का आपस में झगड़ा होता, सबसे पहली कंप्लेंट किसके अगेंस्ट फाइल की जाती है? अगेंस्ट द चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बिफोर द इंस्टीट्यूट. And believe me, what happens is that these partners know everything what has been happening wrong in this organization. These directors know everything what has been happening wrong in this particular organization. These shareholders know everything what has been happening in this organization. And nobody is able to save you. हमारे कुछ traits हैं. You see, when I read my code of ethics, it says that the auditor has to be objective. When I talk of objectivity, it means that I should not be prejudiced. I should not be biased in favor of anybody. But what happens in real life is I become prejudiced. I become biased. At least in favor of one or the other shareholder, one or the other partner. I will give you one example. In one of the companies, a very small company, there was only one thing. There was only one asset, and that asset was the land and property. And the book value may seem to be very low. It was a Bombay property, very frankly. And if you have a property in Bombay, you can find out what can be the value of the property in Bombay. It was not in book value wise it was small, but fair market value wise it was very large. Now what the auditor did was, I will not say colluded, that will be too harsh a word for the auditor to be used, but he tried to favor one of the shareholder groups. One shareholder group, both the shareholders were at 50-50%. What he did, he got the share capital issued in the name of one of the parties, additional share capital issued in the year 2000. But the Form 2 was never filed till 2012. And what happened by this was that the person who was 50-50% got into a share of 10% only. No, he filed a complaint. They went to the court also. They came to the institute also. And what we came across was something very funny. And that I will like to bring to your knowledge. What we do when we are prejudiced, when we are biased, we commit some kind of mistakes which we cannot even think of. He signed 5 balance sheets. And absolutely sure, all these balance sheets were signed on one date. He signed the balance sheet from 2007 onwards. And in all the balance sheets, there was one mistake, common mistakes. All auditors' reports were dated 1st September. I'm giving you one very beautiful case. All audit reports for various years, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, all these audit reports were signed on 1st of September of every year, every different year. But all these audit reports were signed on 1st of September, and all balance sheets and P&L accounts were signed on 30th of September. Number one, audit report cannot be of a date prior to the date of signing of the balance sheet or P&L account. And the AGM was also held on 30th September. Now, if the balance sheet has been signed on 30th September, how can you hold the AGM on 30th September? And how can the auditor report be signed on 1st September when you are signing the balance sheet on 30th September? I always say, as per my audit report. So the audit report could not be before that particular date. And forget this. In the balance sheet, there are only 2 items changing every year. And what were those 2 items? The kind of audit fee payable will increase in 1 year. The similar change will happen in the cash in hand also. In the balance sheet, on the asset side, cash in hand will go up by 5,000. Audit fee payable will go up by 5,000. Balance sheet tell it. Audit report issued. And the man has been debarred now. And debarred for a pretty good period of time. So what I'm trying to tell you is you have to be objective. You can't try to favor one of the parties. There's no way. Why should you favor one of the parties? We have come across a case where one of the directors filed the case that when this balance sheet was signed, I never signed this particular balance sheet. And this balance sheet has some lacunas. And what we have come across is auditor has signed, say on 15th of August. One of the director has signed on 15th of August, but the other director has signed in month of November. You require at least 2 directors to sign a balance sheet. And you could not have it signed before the 2 directors signed a balance sheet. Now the other director says he signed a balance sheet which was in contravention of the Companies Act. Because Companies Act also requires at least 2 directors must sign the balance sheet before you sign the balance sheet. So you wanted to favor one of the parties, and one lesson that I am giving you by way of this particular example is never ever rely upon your client. Client ये कहेगा यार मैं करवा दूंगा. एक डायरेक्टर जिसने आपसे साइन करवाई बैलेंस शीट उसने आपको ये कहा कि भाई आप चिंता मत करो मैं करवा दूंगा. पर वो करवा पाया क्या? नहीं करवा पाया. और अगर नहीं करवा पाया तो अल्टीमेटली पेनल्टी किसको लगी? पेनल्टी तो आप ही को लगी. The chartered accountant has been held guilty as a consequence of that. I will give you another example, beautiful example rather. There's some example which I have been giving everywhere. One particular auditor in Uttaranchal, Uttarakhand, he signed the balance sheet of a particular society which was running a school in Uttaranchal, Rudrapur. उसमें उन्होंने क्या किया, certain loans were converted into corpus. 5 पार्टीज के लोन्स थे जो कॉर्पस में कन्वर्ट हुए. नाउ दिस मैन, टोटल वैल्यू थी इन लोन्स की 1,10,00,000 रुपए. उसमें से एक लेडी का लोन था कोई 23 लाख रुपए का. वो लेडी का लोन भी आपने 23 लाख वाला जो था, यू कन्वर्टेड इनटू कॉर्पस. दैट लेडी कंप्लेंट कि मैंने तो कभी ये परमिट किया ही नहीं कि मेरे लोन को कॉर्पस में कन्वर्ट कर दीजिए आप. When the CA appeared before us, we asked him one question कि भाई आपने लोन को कॉर्पस में कन्वर्ट क्यों करने दिया. वो बोला जी क्या फर्क पड़ता है लोन में हुआ या कॉर्पस में हुआ. तो we had to ask him. This was a very shocking answer from a auditor. So one had to question him कि भाई ये बताओ कि अगर मेरा डिबेंचर, मैं डिबेंचर होल्डर होता और या शेयर होल्डर होता तो क्या फर्क होता. मतलब ये डिबेंचर होल्डर होता तो मुझे पैसे वापस मिल जाते और शेयर होल्डर होता तो पैसे वापस नहीं मिलते, बिकॉज वो तो फिर जब लिक्विडेशन होती तब देखते. मैंने कहा बिल्कुल यही पोजीशन यहाँ पे सोसाइटी में. उसने लोन दिया था, लोन के पैसे उसको वापस मिल सकते थे, कॉर्पस के पैसे उसको वापस नहीं मिल सकते थे किसी भी सूरत में. सो हाउ डिड यू अलाउ दिस टू हैपन. तो बोला जी मैनेजमेंट ने कहा था कि हम आपको ला देंगे, उससे लेडी से भी ला देंगे. 4 चिट्ठियां मेरे पास थी, 5वीं चिट्ठी मेरे पास नहीं थी. Lady said that I didn't permit. The chairman of the society came. तो chairman साहब बोले जी ये तो पैसे इसके थे ही नहीं, पैसे तो मेरे थे. The chairman told us that this money belonged to me. This money didn't belong to the lady. Now we asked, why did you give her the money? Why did you do this, that the money was deposited in the name of the lady when the money belonged to you? He said, I had an affair with this lady. He said, till what time your affair lasted? He said, till the time my wife came to know it. अब उसका तो अफेयर हो गया और जब तक चला जब तक उसकी वाइफ को नहीं पता चला. ऑडिटर का क्या हुआ? ऑडिटर वाज हेल्ड गिल्टी because if the auditor relied upon a particular management version which was untrue, मैनेजमेंट ने उसको कहा कि हम तुमको चिट्ठी ला के दे देंगे, चिट्ठी मिली नहीं. तो मेरे आपसे एक ही दरखास्त है कि प्लीज नेवर एवर एग्री टू व्हाट द मैनेजमेंट टेल्स यू. मैनेजमेंट तो कहती रहेगी कि हम लाके दे देंगे आपको. मैनेजमेंट अगर नहीं लाके देगी तो क्या करोगे यार, ये तो बताओ. If management is unable to do that, what will you do in that particular circumstances? And tomorrow, and I can tell you 80% of the cases, when you don't document it on the date of the balance sheet, जिस वक्त आप रिपोर्ट साइन कर रहे होते हो, अगर उसके 10 दिन में अगर आपने कागज इकट्ठे नहीं कर लिए ना, उसके बाद वो कागज आता नहीं है, then the paper does not come to you. If you are unable to procure the papers, if you are unable to procure the documents, if you are unable to procure the audit evidence during the course of your audit, then it never comes to you. क्योंकि बाद में कौन सुनता आपसे? Does anybody listen to you? और suppose कीजिए वो audit नहीं है आपके पास आज और आपके अगेंस्ट कंप्लेंट फाइल हो जाए, तो क्लाइंट तो आपकी शक्ल भी देखता नहीं. उसके बाद आप उसको चिट्ठियां लिखते रहिए, जो मर्जी करिए. He is not bothered about you. He was bothered about himself at a particular point of time. So my request, humble request to you all is, please don't fall into this trap of the clients. क्लाइंट के लिए हम काम कर रहे हैं, क्लाइंट के लिए, परंतु हमें अपनी गर्दन किसी के हाथ में देने की जरूरत नहीं है. ये मेरी आपसे एक विनती है. मुश्किल ये है that at the drop of the hat we are willing to give our neck into the hands of the client. Please avoid it as much as possible. मेरी ये आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट है. दूसरी मैं आपसे एक बात और करना चाहता हूं, जो हमारे पास बहुत सारे केसेस हमें नजर आए हैं. तो अब कुछ केसेस हमारे पास ईडी से, एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट से, सीबीआई से आने लगे. ये सब केसेस मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग के हैं, ये सब केसेस एम्बेजलमेंट्स के हैं, ये सब केसेस वैनिशिंग कंपनीज के हैं, ये सब केसेस उनके हैं जहां पे के स्टॉक्स एग्जिस्ट नहीं करते थे, पार्टीज के ऑफिसेज एग्जिस्ट नहीं करते थे, उनके ऑडिट हो गए. एक केस हमारे पास अहमदाबाद से आया, एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट ने दिया केस, टैक्स ऑडिट का केस है. इट इज अगेन वर्थ लिस्निंग. हम टैक्स ऑडिट करते रहते हैं. अब इस टैक्स ऑडिट के अंदर क्या हुआ कि what has happened in this particular tax audit, the auditor conducted the tax audit and he gave the report Enforcement Directorate went into that because of certain reasons. And they found that there was no office of this particular party at the address which has been given. When this gentleman, when this respondent came to us, we asked him the question, where did you conduct the audit? He said, I conducted the audit in my own office. He said, did you never go to the office of the client? He said, हमारे यहाँ तो ये ट्रेंड नहीं है सर. हमारे यहाँ तो जो टैक्स ऑडिट होता है, एक अकाउंटेंट आता, वो किताबें लेके हमारे ऑफिस में आ जाता, हम टैक्स ऑडिट कर देते हैं, वो वापस ले जाता. तो हमने कभी आपने पार्टी का ऑफिस विजिट ही नहीं किया. बोला जी हमारे यहाँ ये चलता नहीं है, हम ऑफिस नहीं जाते क्लाइंट के, हमारे यहाँ तो अकाउंटेंट किताबें लेके आता. तो हमने उससे पूछा कि आप कभी पार्टनर से मिले, ये जो साइन की बैलेंस शीट उन्होंने जी आपकी प्रेजेंस में की? बोला जी मैं किसी पार्टनर से नहीं मिला, मेरे को तो अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर भी अकाउंटेंट ने ला के दिया, मैंने उस अकाउंटेंट के लेटर के बेसिस पे वो किताबें ले आया, मैंने उसको ऑडिट कर दिया. हमने कहा इसका मतलब आप कभी उनके प्रीमाइसेस पे नहीं गए, आपने जाके कभी स्टॉक भी वेरीफाई नहीं किया. तो व्हाट इज हिज आंसर? प्लीज ट्राई टू लिसन. वो बोलता है साहब मुझे उसके प्रेमाइसेस पे जाने की जरूरत क्या है, मैंने अपनी बैलेंस शीट के अंदर लिखा है, जो बैलेंस शीट मैंने साइन की है, 3CB की रिपोर्ट है मेरी, कि the stocks have been as verified and certified by the management. अब आपको मैं अगर बताऊं कि मेरा ऑडिटिंग स्टैंडर्ड क्या कहता, who is supposed to value the inventory? I'm supposed to value the inventory. I'm even supposed to verify the inventory at any given point of time. और मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि मैं कभी उनके प्रीमाइसेस पे गया ही नहीं. फिर हमने उससे पूछा कि आपने कभी, क्योंकि कैश इन हैंड भी काफी ज्यादा था इस पर्टिकुलर केस में, तो हमने उनसे पूछा भी आपने कभी कैश इन हैंड वेरीफाई किया? कहने लगा जी मैं जब गया ही नहीं प्रीमाइसेस पे तो कैश इन हैंड वेरीफाई करने का सवाल उत्पन्न नहीं होता. तो हमने कहा देन व्हाई, हाउ कुड यू सेटिस्फाई योरसेल्फ विद रिगार्ड टू द कैश इन हैंड? He said it was certified by the management. Certified by the management. Management will certify the entire balance sheet, then where is the need for the audit? My humble submission is that if at all there is a tax audit within the premises of the party, meet the partners, meet the directors, get it signed in your presence. At least you should be able to recognize the partner, you should be able to recognize the shareholder or the director. You are not able to even recognize them, and you are only talking about that an accountant used to come and will bring the books and I will do the audit. Absolutely shocking. And if somebody says कि साहब मेरे को तो जो मैनेजमेंट सर्टिफाई करके देती थी इन्वेंट्री में उसी को ले लेता था, तो मैनेजमेंट तो सारी बैलेंस शीट ही मैनेजमेंट बना के देती है. Where is the need for the tax audit in that particular case? We don't require the tax audit. The unfortunate part is we are not willing to learn the lessons. There are cases which have been filed by CBI and ED again, which say that this company has shown a turnover of 200 crores. There are entities which have shown turnover of 200 crores, 150 crores, 500 crores. But when they go to the bank account shows total credit summations of 10 crores, 15 crores, 20 crores. And when you talk to the auditor, he says कि सब मैंने तो किताबों से किया. अरे किताबों से किया, बैंक अकाउंट में देखा कि रिसीट आई है नहीं आई है 200 करोड़ की. इनवॉइस बने और इनवॉइस बने सर्कुलर ट्रेडिंग की वजह से और फिर आपस में बुक एंट्री से एडजस्ट हो गए. दिस इज नॉट द काइंड ऑफ ऑडिट. दिस इज मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग which is taking place. And these are not one or two cases. There are any number of cases like this. The point that, then we asked the question to the auditor कि भी आपने VAT returns check की? If you say that the turnover was 200 crore rupees, did you check the VAT returns? He said कि the VAT returns तो मैंने check नहीं की. Then what is the other corroborative evidence that you have checked? After all, if the company says, if the entity says that I am affecting a sale of 200 crore rupees, you will definitely go through the VAT returns also, no? Today you will go through the GST returns. Whether actually the returns which they file before the department, they are also showing 200 crore turnover. और ये सब चीजें जब आप बैंक ऑडिट करते हैं ना, ब्रांच ऑडिट करते हैं, उसमें भी आपको नजर आती है कि कंपनीज की टर्नओवर तो वो दिखा रहा 50 करोड़ की और बैंक में क्रेडिट समेशन नहीं है 2 करोड़ के. ये सब वही केसेस हैं. ये आज नहीं तो कल, ये क्योंकि बैंक से लोन लेने के पर्पस के लिए बैलेंस शीट्स बनी हुई है, और क्योंकि बैंक से लोन लेना और बैलेंस शीट बनी है तो नेचुरली देयर इज अ डिजास्टर. There are cases where the balance sheets have been prepared, the capital has been shown. The capital has been shown that the capital has been brought in. We have just done one of the cases, जिसमें the other person says that this much unsecured loan has come and this much of capital has come in. Because at the time of renewal of account or enhancement of the limits, probably bank told them that you introduce this much of capital. The bank went to the chartered accountant, the client went to the chartered accountant, and the client has been given a certificate by the chartered accountant that this capital has been introduced. Now, if you look at the total bank account, there is not even a single penny infused into the bank. And if you are saying that few crores have been infused, it cannot be by way of cash. It has to be by way of check. How could you accept that kind of a version without looking at into the bank account? But it is not, again, one or two cases. There can be any number of such cases. We say that they have brought in unsecured loans, and these are to be treated as subordinate debt. But when you look at their tax audit reports, the tax audit report does not mention anything of the loan having come in. अगर इस साल में लोन आया है तो वहां पे आएगा ना कि कैश में आया या नहीं आया, किससे आया, इंक्रीज का शेड्यूल तो वहां पे भी जाएगा टैक्स ऑडिट के अंदर. आप यहाँ पे उसको सर्टिफिकेट दे रहे हो कि हाँ लोन आ गया, उसके टैक्स ऑडिट में कहीं जिक्र ही नहीं और आप ही उसके टैक्स ऑडिटर हैं. ये सब केसेस हमारे पास हैं. मेरी रिक्वेस्ट एक ही है और हाथ जोड़ के विनती है, प्लीज डू नॉट अलाउ दीज थिंग्स टू हैपन. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली these number of cases are only on the increase. These are not coming down. That's one of the worst things to have happen. मेरा क्लाइंट मुझे ये कहता है, यार मैं रिवैल्यूएशन कर रहा हूं किसी ऐसी आइटम का जो जाना तो चाहिए, रूट होना चाहिए P&L के थ्रू, पर P&L के थ्रू रूट नहीं करना चाहता हूं, मैं सीधा रिजर्व में ले जाना चाहता हूं इसको, and allow that to happen. People have allowed that to happen. That certain revaluations they have taken directly to the reserve, because otherwise अगर profit and loss account में लाते तो MAT attract होता था. In all those cases, people have been held guilty. In one of the cases, the carried forward losses had already completed 8 years. But when I calculated the tax liability, giving that the benefit of the carry forward of losses. कि ऐसे उनको लगा कि पता ही नहीं लगेगा किसी को कि ये 8 साल के ऊपर के हैं. And I calculated the tax provision based upon that, क्योंकि अगर मैं tax provision उसके बेस पर नहीं करता तो मेरी नेटवर्थ साफ हो रही थी. Ultimately, the man has been held guilty. These cases, again, मजेदारी की बात ये है, मैं दूसरी बात अगर कंपनीज एक्ट किया हूं, बड़ा मजेदार सा केस है. रिडीमेबल प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स हैं कंपनी के. कंपनी ने redeemable preference shares issue किए. We have redeemed those preference shares. मेरी कुछ अकाउंटिंग के प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, मेरे कोई कंपनी एक्ट के प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, मेरा लॉ है बड़ा क्लियरली कि अगर मुझको प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स रिडीम करने हैं तो मैं कहां से रिडीम करूंगा, either out of the fresh proceeds of the capital or out of the profits of the company, and then I will create an equivalent amount of the capital redemption reserve account. Here, redeemable preference shares worth several crores have been redeemed in the case of a loss-making company without bringing in the fresh capital. We have not brought in fresh capital. It's a loss-making company. If it is a loss-making company and no fresh capital has been brought in, where is the question of capital redemption reserve? You can't. And it is not one case again. Why should I do this? I'm unable to understand that. Every time I want to favor the client only. I can understand, yes, I want the client to be retained, but I don't want the client to be retained at my own cost. There are cases where I have given the balance sheets, where I have given the projections to the bankers. And those balance sheets, those projections are totally humbug. Have no basic, diligence has actually gone into that. I am increasing my working capital limits by twice the amount. But my interest cost in the projection is going down. And I then create a profit. I reduce my interest expense, but my working capital goes up twice the amount. I reduce my interest expense to half. I show the profit as a consequence of this, and then I move on. I don't think that's desirable. Prasannaji would be coming across these kind of cases time and again. Sometimes we wonder what kind of profession we are into today. Are we there only to appease our clients? Or are we there to show that we are professionally competent? I am unable to answer this question to myself sometime. एक case अभी आया, one of the cases has come in, where a financial institution has given a loan to the company. I have not accounted for that loan. I have not taken any confirmation from that company, from that financial institution. There are cases where sundry creditors have been shown as ICDs. Why? Because if I don't show sundry creditors as ICDs, these will be appearing as current liabilities and the drawing power will not work out. Because I want drawing power to work out, because current assets minus current liabilities goes negative. The working capital becomes negative if I show the real picture. So what they have done, they have shifted the trade payables to the ICDs. No document. Either you take a document from the creditor, yes, I will not demand this payment for 5 years and I am giving it as a loan, but then you will have to, if it is a company, you will have to meet the requirements of 58A. I am not doing it. No document at all, and I am able to do this. I don't know what to say. But believe me, recently we have come across a case of a society, a trust, in which the trustees were given loans. But in the disclosure, there was no loan which was shown to a trustee. It was just, again, camouflaged under the normal loans. You did not disclose that these loans are to the trustees. And in certain cases, the trustees have taken the money to their saving bank accounts. क्योंकि हम समझते हैं trust में तो क्या है यार? It doesn't make any difference. Trustee है तो trustee can take the money to his saving bank account. No. Trust money, we are actually, when we are auditing a particular trust, it is altogether different. We must make sure that the people who are the trustees are actually acting in trust. And they have a fiduciary capacity. They cannot utilize the money for their own benefit. Another case of a society where the money has been embezzled. There is a cash fraud, major cash fraud. But where you have parked this major cash fraud as advance, without mentioning anything that this is a fraudulent amount. After all, if a amount of a fraud is there, if the cash has been embezzled, you will show it as embezzled amount. You will show cash embezzled under investigation, something of that sort, or you will disclose some particular fact. And what you have done very quietly, you have mentioned it as an advance. Nobody knows that it is a cash embezzlement. But then one person files a complaint and says that this was a cash embezzlement. And then you say, no, I didn't read it. But then when you read the minutes of the society, you come across that the society had already discussed in their minutes that yes, there was a fraud. And if there was a fraud, why it was not parked there? Why it was not shown as a fraud amount? Then there are cases where I have accepted a concurrent audit. I have accepted a concurrent audit, and in the case of and I come across a situation where I should have issued a flash report. Suppose in the case of a particular party, there were bogus bills which were being discounted, and I knew it. I kept on mentioning it in the report in a very disguised manner. But I never issued a flash report with regard to those those fake bills or bogus bills. I've been held guilty in those cases. Particularly, I will tell all my friends, we are taking concurrent audit just for the sake of the concurrent audit. And I just depute my article clerk that you please go there. And then I keep on blaming that fee is so low. How can I really do this? If fee is low and you don't find it lucrative, don't accept it. But having accepted a particular assignment, please do justification to that assignment. I still remember when I just joined the council, there was a case of Lakshmi Vilas Bank concurrent auditor. And he had accepted in the appointment that he will do 100% cash vouching. And when the case came before the council, he said, sir, how could I do it? The fee was only 1250 rupees per month. 1250 rupees per month. I still remember that fee. But we said that you accepted that 1250 rupees and you have signed an appointment letter in which you have accepted, you have consented to do all these things. And if you have accepted or consented to carry out all these activities, you today cannot back out of it saying that the fee was low. तो मेरी आप लोगों से ये रिक्वेस्ट है कि अगर आप ये एक्सेप्ट करते हैं कि हाँ जी मुझे ये काम करना है, तो जो एंगेजमेंट लेटर में आपने सर्टिफाई किया है, जो एंगेजमेंट लेटर में आपने साइन किया, that I will carry out, I will discharge these duties, you can't back out on that. There's no way that you will be able to back out on that. But unfortunately, we keep on saying it, fee is low, इसलिए हम नहीं कर रहे हैं. क्योंकि कॉन्करेंट ऑडिट में तो मैं यही कर रहा हूँ, वर्चुअली मेरा ये मानना है कि भाई मैं एक फिगर को, एक पिछले महीने की फिगर को इस महीने की फिगर के साथ सब्स्टिट्यूट कर देता हूँ और कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ, आर्टिकल को भेजता हूँ और कहता हूँ ये कर लेना. एंड दिस इज द ग्रेटेस्ट रिस्क दैट आई एम रनिंग. In whichever branch one fraud takes place, the auditor is gone. That you can be sure about. Because the concurrent auditor has not looked at it, unfortunately. Some of the things which have come, because one of the clauses, one of the basic traits of a professional is that he will not leak out the confidential information of his client. Similar is the case with the employee also. An employee cannot leak out the information of the employer. One of the chartered accountants who was the CFO in South, he had a dispute with his employers and then gave all the information of the export clients to the competitors of the company. And then when he appeared before us, he kept on saying that I was put to harassment by the company, I was done this, I was done that. We had to tell him, we are not looking at the conduct of your company, we are looking at the conduct of our member. Our member cannot leak out the secrets of the company. Our chartered accountant cannot leak out the secrets of his client under any circumstances. Whether I am a professional or I am an employee of a company, if I am a chartered accountant, I cannot leak out any information of my client or my employer to anyone else. And he has been held guilty. There are cases, unfortunately, there are cases in Punjab also for that matter. TDS में जो लोगों ने किया है, ड्यूटी ड्रॉबैक एंटाइटलमेंट्स में जो लोगों ने किया है, उससे ऊपर एक काम और किया लोगों ने. वो ये किया है कि भाई मैंने पार्टी से चेक लिया कि मैंने आपका सर्विस टैक्स डिपॉजिट करवाना, आपका इनकम टैक्स डिपॉजिट करवाना, आपका GST डिपॉजिट करवाना. चेक उससे ब्लैंक लिया है और वो पैसा अपने अकाउंट्स में जमा करवा दिया, अपने रिलेटिव्स के अकाउंट्स में जमा करवा दिया. Most shocking thing. When we have got cases before us, it's not again one or two cases, there are more than one or two cases where we had to hold the person guilty. You cannot take, this is absolutely unbecoming of a chartered accountant. This is because one of the traits of the professional is the integrity. When I talk of what is expected of a professional, one is the integrity, confidentiality, the competence part. Competence में तो वो आ गया कि आपने accounting standards को breach कर दिया, auditing standards के आपने धज्जियां उड़ा दी. That's a part of competence. But when I look at this integrity, what kind of integrity I've got taken the check from the client to deposit for the tax and I deposited in my personal accounts. I can't do it. There's no way, it's a fraud. Integrity, I will give you another example. There is a case of Mukesh Shah of Ahmedabad. More than 20 years old case. More than 20 years. Where this man used to deposit advance tax, but will never put it in words. He will go to the State Bank of India or any other bank, will deposit a tax of 1,000 rupees as advance tax in somebody's name. And then having done that, will add few zeros to that later on. And then we'll put it in words. He claimed refund of more than 3 crore rupees from the department. And all these refunds were either in his own name, in the name of his wife, in the name of his mother, in the name of his father, in the name of his brother-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law, everyone. 3 crore 10 lakh rupees only. More than 20 years back. What is the value thereof today? Please try to ascertain. 3 crore 10 lakh, absolutely unbecoming of a chartered accountant. How you can do that? There's no way that you can do it. There was a case of Hyderabad, Prasanna, Anil B. Thakkar. I'll give you that case also. This man had an affair with one of the ladies in the income tax. He must have become a conduit for her. Uske baad, this lady was herself the wife of one of the IRS officers or IAS officers, and her father-in-law was also one of the IAS officers. I still remember. And this lady and chartered accountant went out for some other trips also. And this man had the photographs, dunya bhar ka, and then ultimately they broke off. And when they broke off, the lady filed a complaint against him. That this man was doing this, he's harassing me. Then this man produced all photographs which they had gone to some hill stations, etc. And these photographs came before the council. But we asked him few questions. I still remember. I asked the question. I was at that time first year in the council. I asked this gentleman the question, NLB Thakkar. I said, you hired her one of the residential flats, basically, in Hyderabad. And you hired a flat in the name of a particular lady where she was living. And you hired this particular flat in a particular name by the name of which no one existed. Suppose her name was Radha. You took the flat in the name of Sudha. And you signed that particular document. You are witness to that document. This lady signed as Sudha and you witnessed it. Did not you know that you are witnessing a wrong signature? The other thing is you opened a bank account in the name of Sudha when you knew very well, you introduced that particular account in the bank. You very well knew that there was no lady like Sudha anywhere. And you then also filed some income tax returns in the name of Sudha and went on claiming refunds, basically, knowing fully well that there was no lady in the name of Sudha. And you had the power of attorney to claim those refunds. If you have done it, it is unbecoming of a chartered accountant. There cannot be anything more demeaning than this. And the man was held guilty. The point I am trying to drive you home is the integrity is the first part. If you know that this person's name is Shyam, You cannot introduce him in the bank account as Ram under any circumstances. If you know that he is Ram, you cannot introduce him as Shyam for hiring a particular flat. And if you do that, you are held guilty, unbecoming of a chartered accountant. So what one is saying is that there has to be something. Then we are also certifying when it comes to competence, when it comes to integrity, we are certifying some book debt figure for the clients to be filed with the banks. Absolutely irrelevant figures. In one of the cases, opening debtors were 55 crores. Total sales for the next year are 205 crores. From 1st April to 31st of March, total sales are 205 crores. Even if not a single penny is received till 31st of March, my total debts cannot be more than 260 crore rupees. What has been certified by the chartered accountant as on 31st December? 295 crores book debts and filed with the bank. How can I do this? My integrity is compromised. My competence is compromised. Everything is compromised. And then we keep on blaming that. And then unbecoming of a chartered accountant person, a very interesting case. The moment, the year we joined the council, a chartered accountant from West wrote a book, How to Evade Tax. How to Evade Tax. A chartered accountant writing a book, authoring a book. We had to hold him guilty. You can't author a book. You can write a book on tax planning. You can write a book on how to avoid tax. You cannot write a book on how to evade tax. You are bringing disrepute to the profession. So that's I will only say that there are a number of cases where members are engaging themselves in occupation other than the occupation of chartered accountant without the permission of the council. People are doing stockbroking, people are doing some other activities. People say that they are director simpliciter, but they sign all the checks of the companies. You can't do it. Director simpliciter can only attend the meetings, can do nothing beyond that. You cannot sign any paper. You cannot negotiate on behalf of the company. We have got certain cases where he was negotiating even the loans for the companies. He was negotiating with the bankers. He was negotiating with everyone. Can you call him director simpliciter? No. I think somewhere or the other we are misinterpreting so many things, and then we become the auditors of the companies, because one of the traits of the auditor is, or one of the traits of the professional is, there should be no conflict of interest. My wife is the MD of the company, having 33% shares, and I become the auditor of the company. At home, I can't speak against her. I can't open my mouth against her. And I feel that in the balance sheet, I will be able to qualify the report which she is signing. Oh. This is only, I can tell you, a bird's eye view which I have tried to give you. There are many, many more things that I can discuss, but I also have some other appointment at 2 o'clock. So I will have to leave. Thank you. Thanks, friends, a lot. But if at all there are one or two questions, I will like to answer that. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
So that was a very interesting session, sir. So we really enjoyed. The questions, I think, I know you are very particular on the timings. So I don't think we should be able to take some questions, because we've got another 6-5 minutes only.
Maybe one or two questions I can take up, no issue.
Yes, sir. So then I'll put this question, sir.
If at all there.
Yeah, there are some questions that have come. I'm just going to the questions, sir. So this is regarding a concurrent audit.
Yeah.
So the concurrent audit fees is fixed by the respective banks, and there's no chartered accountant who is rejecting the concurrent audit for less fees. The scope is very huge. Scope is there. How do we balance between these two?
Both, I am very clear. If I as a senior am unable to do it, let it go to junior. But if I accept it, then whatever is the scope, I will have to carry it out. I cannot say tomorrow that scope was huge, but the fee was less, so I have not done it. There's no way that I will be able to say that, do that. Because my responsibility remains. The moment I put my your signatures on the engagement letter, I have accepted that responsibility. Let's be very clear about it. I'm absolutely clear so far as that part is concerned. I gave the Lakshmi Vilas Bank case only for that reason. It was my first year in the council when that case came up. 1250 rupees fee as a concurrent auditor. I accepted and I said I will do 100% cash vouching also. Now if there is a cash loss, they are going to catch hold of me. Nobody can prevent it to happen. The only request is, because I have got 5 council members before us, I will request that please take it up with the Reserve Bank of India. And Reserve Bank of India is not hesitant in improving the fee levels. That much I can tell you today. I think in a day or two, the branch audit hike may also come in.
Yes, sir.
Maybe today or on Monday.
Yes, sir.
You may get it.
Thank you. Thanks for the information, sir. Sir, the last question, sir. Director simpliciter, there is a private limited company, only 2 directors are there.
Yeah.
All the financial statement need to be sent by minimum 2 directors, whereby director simpliciter.
I have got the question. If there are only 2 directors in private limited company, you cannot be a director simpliciter. Let's be very clear about it.
Okay. This is great information, sir. Thank you, sir.
Simpliciter in that way.
Yeah. So this clarifies a lot, sir. There are a number of cases coming. The director, call it director simpliciter, you are very losing.
No, I keep on signing the checks. I keep on negotiating with the parties. How can I be a director simpliciter?
Yes.
Believe me, there are cases coming before us where he has signed all the checks. He has signed the agreements on behalf of the company. And he says, I am a director simpliciter. How can he say that?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, today, in fact, my dear friends, I heard our respected Abhirajit Chopra sir speaking on the same subject 10 days ago. I thought today is going to be a repeat of what he spoken the other day. I am totally wrong. So today, what he has spoken is something entirely different from what he has spoken 10 days ago. So though I was told that I may have some knowledge being a presiding officer of the Board of Discipline, I have noted on all these things. Total 6 pages notes I have. The way which he has explained, it is a learning for anybody, including me. Sir, you have very, very nicely put the variety of cases that were discussed. Is an eye-opener for all of us. The frequently committed mistakes has been very nicely explained with live examples. These live examples get into the brain, not the theoretical examples. You have rightly done it, sir. And you reiterated that integrity is the most important part of it. First thing is ethics need not be codified. You started there and you ended. There's no substitute for integrity. You have to. That's very important. Very nicely you put it. The fees versus quality. These are big things which is happening among the small and medium practitioners. In many places, the fees versus quality. You have very rightly put it. No relation between the fees and quality. The quality has to remain constant, irrespective of the fees, more or less. That's nicely you put, sir. One example of how to evade the tax. Over enthusiasm. We charitable to keep doing certain things without knowing what you are doing. As if we are doing a service to somebody, we get caught.
I can only tell you, Prasanna, this council has even debated whether polygamy is unbecoming of a chartered accountant or not.
Oh.
We have gone to even discuss those parts some point of time.
Thank you, sir. It was a very nice session. Before, I'm so happy with the concluding remarks of sir. In the beginning, when he started the meeting, 2 times he addressed Prasanna Kumar Ji, Prasanna Ji. I don't like it at all. The phrase Ji, I don't like it at all from Chopra Ji. He has to call him Prasanna or Prasanna Kumar, that's all. In the concluding remarks, he has corrected himself. I'm very happy with that. So, thank you very much, sir. Thanks for all the viewers for your participation, which is an encouraging factor for us.
Thanks again to programs. Thanks again to Sanjeev Ji, Pramod Ji.
Sir, again, हमारे नाम के साथ जी मत लगाइए. प्रसन्ना जी के साथ तो चल गया because he's Prasanna Kumar T. So we can also say G.
Rajesh ji and Nanda ji, and I can only say you are the 5 stars for the northern region, as the Honorable President also said it. I can only say that you people are doing very well, very frankly, in your region, and you may keep on doing that in the times to come. That's all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Very much. I would request CA Sandeep Jangda ji for a vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. ICA Sandeep Jangda, Chairman, Bhiwani branch of NIRC, along with Chairman of Rohtak branch, Bahadurgarh branch, and Hisar branch of NIRC, and all members and students who joined this VCM. Thank you to all the dignitaries in today's VCM on recent initiatives of ICAI. I thank you to CA Nihar and Jambusaria ji, Honorable President of ICAI, CA Debashish Mitra ji, Honorable Vice President of ICAI, CA Atul Kumar Gupta ji, immediate past President of ICAI, CA Amarjit Chopra ji, past President of ICAI, CA Pramod Jain ji, Chairman, CITX of ICAI, CA Hansraj Chuk ji, Chairman, CMIB of ICAI, CA Charanjot Nanda ji, Chairman, IASB of ICAI, CA Rajesh Sharma ji, Chairman, CP and GFM of ICAI, CA Sanjeev Kumar Singhal ji, who has deliberated and a very nice presentation. We hope that all the participants who join this VCM will definitely benefit it to you. I thanks to all the participants for their patience to listen these speeches given by the dignitaries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.